What happened, man? Thought you got fragged. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
You there?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Taylor, what's up, man?
Much, bro.
You alright?
I'm good.
You sound like you're in and out.
I probably got shit service. Somebody get off my phone.
Oh. Yeah, man, it's
Watching
been a
all the
while.
interesting things Edward Jam had to say.
You've been busy. No, I got him blocked. I don't even listen to him.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Is he funny? Oh, I never took the time.
Like he's not trying to be funny kind of way. Well, he's trying to be funny, but
I ran into him once. It wasn't funny. I think he was on the list one Friday.
oh yeah. Oh man, I hadn't had a good fucking block 5 people Friday in a minute.
We'll just have a 7 people Sunday. That's all.
Hell yeah. Amen, brother.
How's life going? Good.
Going good, man.
Good, man.
Got a
Good.
new job. Just been working.
How's that been going? Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. You got to keep busy.
Yeah, man. I gotta stay out of the fucking news too.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Keep your head low.
Shit's no, I'm talking about what's going on in the news.
The real news or here?
The real news.
Well, the real news. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy shit, man. It's all by design, though.
I'm sure.
Nobody can convince me otherwise.
I mean, it's by accidental design.
No, there's people pulling the strings.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, it is because people are suffering, dying.
Yeah. I don't want to say I told you so, but
You didn't tell. We knew this was going to happen.
and people are animals, bro.
To you people?
Mm-mm. Them people.
What do you mean, you people?
Anybody who believes that their God is going to grant them into heaven by killing somebody that doesn't believe in their God, that's just toxic, bro.
That's a cult. That's an evil cult. When did that shit happen? When did that shit start?
Do what?
When did that start? 1,000 years ago.
I think it started with Scientology.
No. Scientology is recent. I'm talking about theirs. The one over there, the 52 Virgin shit. That was about 1,000+ years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, if you want to go back to like thousands of years, it's 3 holy lands stacked on top of each other.
No, not even 1,000 years. When was Muhammad around? That's what I'm wondering. When did he?
Muhammad was after.
Yeah, he was after. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When did he take over?
The Jews are Old Testament. They believe in the weeping wall. That's
Yep.
there.
Yep.
The Christians have Jesus was crucified on that hill. That's there.
That's 2,000.
And Muhammad had a hot dog stand or something like that around there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When did he pop up? Around what was it?
Well,
1,000?
after Britain promised it to the Jews, they owned Palestine and Jerusalem, that area, when they were like
No, I was
ruling the
wondering
world.
what the time frame was when Muhammad came around. What was his time period? You know?
What's that?
You know his time period offhand? Like when did he pop up?
No, I think there's pictures of him though. like mall security camera pictures.
I'd have to look it up on Google. Then.
No, I don't know.
I think it was like 1152 AD, around that time. You said mall security cameras.
Well, I know it was far enough back where they're not sure of a lot of stuff that he taught, like the Sunnis and Shiites, the split between the Muslim world. The Sunnis believe that Muhammad never anointed a predecessor to take over his work once he was gone, and the Shias believe that his family was just his predecessor. Like there's fighting even amongst them, you know.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. That it's an offshoot. They're fighting amongst each other. Dumb shit.
I'm like, what does it fucking matter? Did you get the message?
He was a psycho anyway, so I mean, what do you expect?
It's pretty radical.
Yeah. Like you said, anybody who has to kill to get into heaven, fuck them.
Yeah. Not only is that what God wants, but that's the way to get you 70 virgins. Yeah. You got to kill somebody that doesn't believe in your God.
70. Why 70? Why not 100? Greedy.
70 virgins, bro.
Yeah, 70.
What they gonna do with 70 virgins?
They don't know what to do with one.
I don't want 70 virgins. 70 freaks.
You know, the rub is that they're the virgins. So when they get into heaven, they're only having each other. Or hell. They'll be going, here's your virgins, bunch of dudes.
I never said it would be 70 female virgins.
Exactly. That's the rub, man. Fuckers.
But oh well, let's see how this. Man, what's crazy to me is Israel could just wipe that shit off the map. Israel's some bad motherfuckers, bro. Their special forces, their technology. I mean, they train with us. Their special forces is up to par with ours. I don't understand why they're lollygagging.
Because they need money and they need fucking more weapons. So if they're showing a little weakness, they're gonna get that shit over and over again. You notice this happens every 5 to 10 years.
It's what?
The same shit happens every 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. What was the last one? Like 05 or something like that.
Yeah. And then they tried to make a deal. They wanted to say, okay, you can have your Palestine. They said no. They wanted everything. So fuck them. Fuck them all.
Dude, if I was Jew or Muslim, I wouldn't want to live in Israel. I'm about to let Billy up. Hey, brother.
Hey, what's happening, Billy?
Hey, Gotti. Check out the hair.
Looking good, Billy.
Huh?
Rough night.
How is everybody doing? I'll ask that question.
Pretty good, man. How about you?
Not too bad, brother.
Burning one.
Hell yeah.
There's my lighter right there. So I see the topic you got going on. Great topic. The Middle East.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a great topic.
That's what's hot on MTV.
Hey, Caleb, I'll give you some good information.
What's that?
Over there, the Gaza Strip, all that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that Israel provides electrical power for the Gaza in Palestine?
Right. So that's what I was saying. They could wipe them out so many different ways. Why?
All they got to do is turn the power off.
I guess they want to live in peace.
They'll die of suffocation. It's so friggin' hot where they live.
Why do you think they don't do it?
It's a sick game. I think it's a game.
There's a reason there's the United States of America. Hey, Caleb, I'll give you a good suggestion on your stream. When you come on live, you should play the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Everybody should know the words to the Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Battle Hymn of the Republic, huh? I'll play taps when I close it out.
The glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed his faithful lightning from his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Red Skelton sang that song back. He did a skit way back in the 50s on the American flag. Red Skelton. Guy was funny.
I've seen him in the watchfires of 100 circling camps. They've built him an altar in the evening dews and damps.
I can't let these people change our Constitution and rewrite our history. It's not going to happen.
Who's trying to do that?
All them dumb fucks over at JC's, Vanguard and Rum and all them fucking idiots. You know, there's got to be British people who appreciate United States. There's got to be
change because, dude.
So, and Edward Jam, I wish that fucker would come up here right now. Oh, sorry, I don't know if you can. There's not. Is there anything?
I don't know. They probably few and far between.
JC, but I turned it down. Them talking endlessly and oh my goodness gracious, that fucking guy. I can't get Mary Burney to listen to me. I'm the only guy that can help Mary Burney.
Edward's neither nor. He's Canadian.
Edward?
No, you're good.
Well, Billy said one time Edward got jammed by who'd you say he got jammed?
When I first Edward got jammed. Yeah, Edward's been jammed. Yeah, I got all kinds of clones, Gotti. I didn't have the heart when Randy come on camera, you know what I mean, to get the I don't even need to do it. I just sit back and wait, and I just steal people's clones. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, I don't edit avatars. I don't have the application. I don't take the time to do it. I guess if I had some better equipment. I mean, look what I got. I got Android phones.
You still got all those phones?
Multiple phones.
I was gonna have it turned off because I'm like, all I really need to do is make a phone call. I don't need to be on the internet.
Like NORAD.
So I bought this phone, a new phone, right? $65. You get unlimited time but I don't talk on the phone. I'm in YouTube all the time.
You don't need NORAD
they wouldn't
anymore.
shut it down, Gotti. So I paid the fucking bill.
We don't need NORAD, Billy. We got you over there with all those phones. You can keep track of everything going on.
They're gonna be fucked if I get a laptop or a desktop and learn how to use the son of a bitch.
You do all this shit without a laptop?
It's over.
Yeah.
You'll be live every day. So Billy,
I'll show you again. There's one phone. I'm watching you chat with that one right there.
he's connected, Caleb.
It's like one of those Russian bot forums. You ever heard of that?
It's like being in the radio room of a submarine is all I'm doing. It's true.
Billy, why do you don't believe that you were on a submarine in the Navy?
What's that?
Why doesn't anybody believe that? I believe it.
I believe it.
Why? Because they're unaccomplished themselves. they got to diminish somebody else's life to make themselves feel good.
That's pretty fucking accurate.
That stupid hey Gotti, were you watching when LD Live got on me about, well, you don't have submarine dolphins? Show them to me. Show him. He's always demanding people prove shit to him. So I broke out the old DD-214. You can show that DD-214 without showing your address and all that. And if you are a veteran and you don't want to show it, I don't get, but if you're out there fucking saying shit, I prefer to be me. I guess I could. Can you imagine me 6 years ago? I come on this, never been on the internet before, and hide my identity and still be fake right now. I got the advantage. I can go and be fake now, and they don't know. And I cloned Mary Bernie. I got banned 5 times in JC today using, and I'm not doing anything bad.
No.
But yet they can pass out my mother's picture and have a grand old time. Oh, never mind.
That's not.
Yeah.
Then there's Shannon. That's why I call her Shallow Shay, Gotti. I call her Shallow Shay for a reason. And I've been calling her that since Fox 46 days.
Fox 46. Throwback.
Oh, yeah.
That was before she was bragging. Oh, we were all streaming before JC was.
Kale, I got banned from her room 3 times in the last 2 weeks.
Who's that?
Shannon's.
Yeah, you can't do anything because she's loaded up with wrenches, and then they want to say, "Oh, Billy's always begging for a wrench, and he abused his wrench." Oh, Shannon. Oh, Billy should never have a wrench. No streamer should ever give Billy a wrench. Wow.
No. She's the moral.
How do you get so many subscribers?
It's like my adrenaline gets flowing. It's like I'm on drugs.
You enjoy it, dude. You have a good time.
How'd they get so many subscribers?
Oh, they buy.
Who, JC? JC's got. Did you see what I did? I have a lot of accounts. And so JC was crying because I never subbed to her. So I don't know, this was 3 weeks ago, whenever it was. And she noticed her subscriptions jumped up and then they fell off.
It was your accounts?
I remember that, yeah.
I sat here for about, an hour or so. It took me an hour or so, and I went and I subbed to all my accounts too.
God damn.
He did the same thing to Wigan. He lost like 80 accounts.
Damn. 80? You think that's how many you got? You know how many you got?
He got like.
I'm gonna have to get a new phone again just so I'm gonna have to make new ones.
Anybody seen Will lately?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Been on a fucking tear lately.
Yeah, Gotti, that was funny. The other night, Allman had his panel up. I went up there, and Rusty was up there, and Rob Noxious was up there, right? And it was about Shannon. Let's go to Shannon's. We're all banned.
We're all banned. We're all fucking banned.
Rusty said it. We're all banned. What's the sense of going? You make one post, they're going to ban you.
Yeah, you missed a lot. You missed a lot.
I shut down Shannon's clone night when she started streaming there. I was doing a clone night. Here comes Billy Hayden. I sat here with 6 phones in one chat.
Billy, hold on. I don't think Caleb knows about Wigan and Dot.
About what?
He might.
I don't think you know about Dot and Wigan, do you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they've hooked up.
Oh yeah, she's back out here in Texas.
Yeah, she's nearby you now, right?
I mean, a couple hours away, but she's out here.
Yeah,
things could be worse.
They've hooked up. They've Beard and the Ward one.
I don't know Wigan.
Yeah, Jarl. You know Jarl?
Mm-mm. I know of him.
He's an old fucker.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you his picture. Hold on.
He's an old fuck. You gotta respect the guy, though. He's a good father.
Yeah, that's good.
He provides for his kids. Can't take that away from the man.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, a lot of slandering going on all the time.
Man, I don't like Teeny Martini.
I I fuck them up in martini. It's fucking, they don't know what's going on.
It's not the same. I wish we had like Vegas or something.
Well, you ain't got time because you got young kids and they're in school, right? And you're working.
Mm-hmm.
And when a person like you said you work in a restaurant, right? When a person works in a restaurant and that's the job they're doing, their hours aren't set hours. You got to be open when the customer, you know what I mean? So
No, I'm in construction, man. I build water treatment plants.
Because there's always work to be done in the kitchen, especially if it's a busy kitchen. If you're feeding a lot of people. You ain't got time to be on the internet doing that shit. No friggin' way. You're in construction, and whatever you're doing in construction, you can just be a laborer and you're still doing all kinds of jobs. You ain't got time to be sitting in a chat room. No fucking way. My father was a construction superintendent. I know what it's like to work in construction.
I pop in every now and then.
I used to play with his mason's tools. They were toys to me at one time.
That's him?
Yeah, that's the guy. Looks like a prospector for gold.
There's gold in them hills.
Hey Caleb, there's a beef between Gotti and Wiggin. They got a little shindig going on, right?
There's no
now, Gotti, who do you think porn bombed Mary?
Not me.
Do you know who she has for wrenches over there?
Probably wrong.
I don't spend any time there, but when she first went up and all that, and then now, I went there and I checked, see what the hell is going on. Now she calls herself Lady Sky.
Lady Sky, yeah.
That's pretty.
Did you see her on camera today doing laundry?
She's a nice woman. She just gets bullied a lot.
Well,
why? I've never met her.
Out there to do it. I've never done anything to her. And when she first went into JC's chat, she wanted to get rid of me. Randy wants me off the internet. There's a couple other people.
They gotta have a gang mentality over there. That's the problem.
Yes, they do. I don't like gangs. If you're gonna have a gang, they need to be benevolent, not malevolent. There's a difference. They have no idea what it means. They don't care about right and wrong. They just want their own way.
Caleb has a gang.
Can they crip off?
How's your gang, bro?
Man, my numbers are small.
10 people only.
Yep. It's a family unit. Ow. Damn.
They go by the assless chaps.
That's it. That's how you know it.
Caleb, I got the best pot.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You're in the.
I need some, man.
You guys are this weed, man. You guys got to stop this shit.
I'm a grown man.
Really, you got to be coherent for when the fucking shit hits the fan. You can't just be sitting there smoking.
Every day the shit hits the fan, doesn't it?
What? Tanks outside. Oh. Why are there soldiers outside? Oh.
Where you live, Billy? What part of the world?
I live in the St. Lawrence Valley.
Hey, Lorianne.
If you drew a straight line, I'm only about 20 miles from the Canadian border.
Oh, okay. You're up north.
I'm almost right on the St. Lawrence. Go to your Google map and Google St. Lawrence River, or just type in Governor. It's how it's pronounced. Governor Morris. He wrote the preamble to the Constitution, for Christ's sakes. My village is. I was born right here.
Are you near
I
the Niagara?
didn't friggin' immigrate.
Are you near Niagara
Neither
Falls?
did my dad or his dad. There was no country developed when my ancestors came here.
Are you near Niagara Falls?
What's that?
Are you near Niagara Falls?
I didn't understand you, Gotti.
Are you near Niagara Falls over there by Buffalo?
Near No, I'm a long ways from Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Niagara Falls is fucking 5 hours from me, easy.
Oh wow, this far.
2 hours to Syracuse, and then it's a long ways from Syracuse to Buffalo and Niagara Falls. It's a long ways. New York is a big state.
The Lawrence
You
River.
go on maps, you see, it's right on. The Oswegatchie River goes through my village. All the rivers here flow north.
What?
Yeah, where I live, all the river. You look at a map of the St. Lawrence River. The Great Lakes empty into the St. Lawrence River, which flows north into the Atlantic Ocean, northeast.
Through the Hudson?
No, Hudson's in the southern part of the state. The Hudson drains from
Bay.
Lake Champlain and on that side of the Adirondacks. People don't know how big the Adirondack Mountain is. Is a very large mountain range. There's a lot of territory. It's a long ways to Albany.
Where'd your people come from, Billy?
Austin. They're fucking Polish.
By accident.
Polish.
Prussian. I mean, there's a Pulaski in New York. There was a General Casimir Pulaski. You might as well say German, but he was Prussian. He was a Prussian general and helped the United States secure its freedom. The ship I was on was named after him.
That's me.
What was the
Probably
ship?
not in service now, I'm sure. But I got out of the Navy in '91, so I've been, and I spent 11 years in the Navy.
Where'd you get to go?
Some people. I've been to Scotland 4 times, but mostly just on the East Coast. I went to San Diego twice for school.
Yeah, it's a big naval.
Yeah.
Location.
It's a Naval Training Center in San Diego, California. Great place.
You got to spend some time in Scotland?
Yeah, I did 4 patrols. The ship I was on, listen, get this. Do you know the name Kamehameha?
Yeah.
Kamehameha. I know the name.
He was a Hawaiian king in 1800, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my second ship was that ship, USS Kamehameha 642, SSBN 642. I forget what.
Wow.
There's 2 crews for the boomer boats. So every 3.5 months, you're changing watch. So every 3.5 months, I'd be gone from home. So I was away all the time. I was just a potato peeler, that anybody could do that job, peel potatoes. JC's got
I don't think they even do that anymore.
Me potato peeler. What an idiot.
I think they stopped peeling potatoes back in World War II.
Well, where I was in the Navy, on submarines, there's only one kitchen. So everybody's eating what the captain is eating. On bigger ships, there's different kitchens. But on a submarine, there's only one.
What rank is the captain of a submarine?
They could be in 05 or in 06. A captain is the same as a colonel in the other branches of the services, right? Okay. In the Army and the Marine Corps also, right? In the Navy, the rank is lieutenant, not a captain. So that would be officer pay grade 3.
Yeah, I don't know much about officers.
There's 10 pay grades for officers.
Mm-hmm.
Ensign, lieutenant, junior grade, lieutenant, then lieutenant commander, then commander is an 05. So a captain of a submarine would be at least an 05 or an 06.
You ever meet
06 being full bird captain. And then the first star in the admiral ranks would be a commodore.
Oh, that would be an awesome one, Commodore. Commodore Hayden.
William Nimitz. Yeah.
USS
I mostly, I mean, I studied both, but being a submarine sailor, the Battle of the Atlantic was the biggest battle during World War II. I mean, we bombed the fuck out of Europe, but the Germans trying to control all the sea lanes in the Atlantic Ocean.
I heard you've swam 5 flooded stories in Leyte Gulf. Never seen that movie?
No.
That's
No.
Chief Sunday off of Men of Honor. That's what's his name?
And,
Robert
I
Niro.
still haven't watched Full Metal Jacket either, and I should have watched that movie a long time ago.
Men of Honor is badass. That's Cuba Gooding Jr. and
when did that come out? Yeah, I know who he is. When did that come out?
Man, I was a kid, so
Back in the
late
90s.
90s. Yeah.
I was always working. I come out of the Navy. I had to work. Ain't nobody. My parents didn't support me. I had to work.
What'd you do in the civilian sector?
Same thing. I first come out of the Navy. There is a bakery over in Canton, about 24 miles from here. And Canton is a big college town. That's where St. Lawrence University is. Martha McCallum on Fox News graduated from St. Lawrence University, Canton, New York. And, they had a nice spread in there. The big old donut fryer. He had a great big rotisserie oven, right? So I making donuts at 2:00 in the morning. Yeast raised donuts. Oh, by the way, for all you cooks, I'm a chef. There's 2 kinds of breads. You have yeast raised breads, which would be your fancy donuts, and then quick breads. A cookie is a quick bread. A cake donut, a fried cake is a quick bread. A biscuit is a quick bread. Banana bread is a quick bread. In actuality, pasta is a quick, even though it's pasta, that's a quick bread.
You hear of unleavened bread? What's unleavened bread?
You have baking powder and baking soda, and then you have yeast. So that means submarines, they don't take Wonder Bread to sea with them, and they go. The cooks have to make their bread. And when hamburgers and hot dogs are on the menu, guess what? You gotta make them rolls. When there's garlic bread on the menu for spaghetti, you gotta make that. It was so bad because I'm such a good baker. 2:00 in the afternoon, they'd be waking me up to make biscuits. Jesus.
How long you let it rise?
You start. You were in the military, right?
Right.
All right. So when you went to your kitchen to eat, wherever in the Navy it's called a galley, how many people were they feeding at once?
Hundreds.
For 1 hundreds, right? So the recipe card service is for all branches of services, and it's 100 portions. So like on a submarine, it's a gated community, so you're going to feed 150 people every meal.
Right.
So you have to adjust to 150 portions of whatever is on the menu.
What if you want seconds? Can you get seconds if you want more?
Yeah. The kitchen's always open on a submarine. There's always something to eat.
Oh,
now in the Army, the DFACs, because one of the best civilian jobs I ever had, other than working for my dad. I worked construction with my dad for a while. Learned a lot there. Right. I got hired when that happened, when September 11th happened, Fort Drum, they hired people. And I, being a veteran, I get a phone call, and they're in a different county. They're in Jefferson County. They called all the veterans first to hire on over there for cooks, and my brother worked for JRC, and they cleaned the buildings. So
you'd be blown away with how many civilian jobs there are now. How many jobs they sub out to civilians?
Yeah.
All of our helicopter and jet maintenance, that's all civilian sector.
My sister JC, her husband Gary, he was in the Marine Corps. He's a mechanic, and he's worked for the Army all his life. He's not now. He's retired, and he's working at one of the local power plants here on the river up in Fowler, doing whatever up there.
So JC's your sister.
I have a sister JC. Yes.
That's why y'all don't get along, huh?
I met this one in CNN chat, and then she's, Ottawa is not that far from me.
Is that what
90
that
minutes.
accent is?
I jump in a car, I could be on JC's doorstep in 90 minutes.
No shit.
She got so scared of that, she called the village cops on me. I wish, Gotti, do you have the audio for that? I wish I had that fucking audio. I
They're calling cops?
They come to my door laughing like a fucking.
Russia might have it.
And then she trashed the police chief, Gotti.
What's she saying?
Wow.
She wanted them to take my guns because I was going to come shoot her. And she was trying to convince the police chief that the Second Amendment kills.
Oh, how'd that work?
The police chief just, she was speechless. It ended up like this because JC wanted them to come take my guns. The police chief ended up telling JC, we don't know how many guns Billy Hayden has. We'll go check it out. It didn't work out very well for her. That's why she finally got a hold of my mother's. The only reason that she has my mother's pick is because I let my nephew come on panel with me. Told name and everything. So they go searching, and my Facebook did not have my Facebook was nothing but Al Sharpton and Obama. And a few others.
Good.
Political, hey. I'm
You
engaging
related
in
to
my
Al
civic
Sharpton?
duty. What's that?
You related to Al Sharpton?
He's a Yankee. He ain't never been a slave, but he cries about discrimination. What a dumb fuck.
Reparations.
The fuck? Why do they get reparations in California? California was never a slave state.
That's right.
Do they?
Fucking idiots. The 1619 project that they come up with in Juneteenth. No, on June 19th, 1865, that's when the Union Army finally got into Galveston, and they didn't know the Emancipation Proclamation was written and all the slaves were freed and the wars ended.
Yeah.
That's all that is, right? They try. You got Rum and all those fucking dickheads over there trying to change history. And Aaron asked Vanguard the best questions that I heard, and I tried to get it out several times, but you can't over there, right? Because when he talks, he's always asking questions like you're stupid. Well, you don't know this. Oh.
Man, hey, did they vote for Speaker of the House yet?
No,
There's a pro temp right now, and they'll be back in session tomorrow. They're in committee, so all we can do is sit and wait and watch Jabba the Huttful go fucking crazy.
They're not going to vote Jim Jordan.
Who that guy is? Wait, that guy needs to be identified. Who that is? They're scared shitless getting identified. Who could be a good guy. That's what I hope.
Jim
in
Jordan's
the end,
probably not going to win. Huh?
He's just fucking around. He's not really serious about what he says.
He dropped out. He dropped out of the race.
Why?
I don't know. They said they weren't going to vote for him. The fucking rhinos held up the whole thing.
Yeah, the only one running, you got Hakeem Jeffries and Jim Jordan.
Right? Oh no,
Byron. There's a few Republicans, Gotti. They wrote in some name, McCarthy or whatever, right? So so there's just there's a problem with the Republicans. Those guys should be primaried.
Yeah, more than that.
Period. They should
Yeah.
be primaried.
That's the least.
And you know, if Congress is shut down, good. I'm sick of them fucking passing laws constantly. Holy shit. I can't call a person for what I see them as. I'm sorry. If I see two guys walking down the street and they're holding hands and they're carrying on like a loving couple, especially if I'm 15 years old, myself, I'm probably gonna giggle. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, they're useless up there.
What's that?
So you're not mad at me then, right, Gotti? I haven't done anything to piss you off, have I?
Oh man, we're good. We've always been good.
All right. I made friends with Rob Noxious. That was good. We got. Did you see what I did with you? I don't know if you were watching or not. VB had a stream up. And I come into her stream because she said, BB says, I got a seat at the table. Right. So I started cloning, messing around a little bit. And I took Mary's picture and I put Mrs. Rob Noxious name on it. So after the first one, she timed out, right? I didn't have a bunch made up, but it doesn't take me long to go and change the name in a picture. Bing, bang, and it's done. Bing, 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 ricochet, rabbit. Gotti, I would pay good money if somebody had the audio of the day that she called the cops here. I'd give the $1,000 she claims I owe her for that audio.
Rusty might have it.
I think
Rusty, let me get that audio, bro. I need that grand.
Rusty's got to constantly figure a way how to control Billy Hayden. She ain't figured it out yet, but she might someday.
I only have
She said I was the only man out there, so she knows I ain't got nothing against her. I do the same for her as I would Wolfie or anybody else.
Yeah. Is that the catalyst for what happened to you when she called the cops? That's what I've always heard.
Yeah, and so they got Scotty's Facebook page. They found his father's Facebook page, and that's where they found the pictures of my mother, my brothers, and then they found JC because Scott was, see, I'm not on Facebook with anybody in my village. There was a couple I was, but it's people that nobody out here in this world can do anything to.
You live in a village?
They just point a gun at you and shoot you. I got some pretty good friends.
Who's using your?
They call it a village where you live?
Yeah, mine's a village. It's only Governor's 5,000 people. Has been like that for a while.
That's pretty cool.
Village of no return.
Yeah, Dwayne calls it Governorsville or whatever, Governorsville. No, it's Governor, Gouverner.
Yep. Remember when I called you the village idiot?
Hey, Caleb, Gotti's probably cloned me more than Randy, JC, and all of them put together.
True, that's not true. I don't clone anybody. I've never cloned anyone.
For a while there, he'd keep me blocked, Caleb, but nowadays he doesn't block me anymore.
Well, you don't spam as much.
Yeah, that's the only accounts I've ever blocked of yours when you spam the hell out of the chat room.
At the time, I don't know who the hell I'm even arguing with. I just whatever they post, they say they want to say something that it's just I don't know how to explain it, but it's funny.
This beef with Dan is funny.
Yeah, there's good out there, there's bad out there, right? Shadow Blue. There's one right there. That's Candace Breeze is that guy, Shadow Blue. That's a British boy.
Think Candace is a guy?
Candace Breeze is Shadow Blue, yes. I make a bet on it. I drove him nuts in JC's chat. You see, they all cried to JC about Billy Haight, every single one of them. Am I right, Gotti? Weren't you there with the wrench when Edward Jam had a wrench? I ain't gonna get nothing out of him now, Caleb. He clammed right up like Tammy. Mammy, Tammy, big clammy. Either that or he went to the bathroom. He is in a wheelchair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Takes them longer to do things.
He's got a badass wheelchair out here.
We should switch and put a 24-volt battery in it. Oh, if it would fit.
I think he's got a big block.
Oh, what size batteries do those wheelchairs take?
I'm a little 12-volt.
So you put a 24-volt in there, it'd be twice as much power, right?
Yeah, burn it up. He did a few good laps out of it, though.
Oh. That construction business must be hard in Texas with the weather. Do you go to work early in the morning so you're not out there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
I leave at like 6:30.
Yeah,
but I work an hour away from where I live.
So 3:30 in the afternoon, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they give you overtime.
Yep. But I work on the other side of Houston.
Does Texas have a state income tax? Do you have to pay state income tax on your income?
Nope. And as veterans, we get a bunch of perks out here. Like I don't pay property tax. I don't pay title transfer fees, all kind of stuff.
Yeah. So
I'm toll
get to
exempt.
keep more of what you earn.
I'm toll exempt. That's the best part. I get to drive the toll roads and toll highways for free.
See, we don't have any up where I'm at. The closest toll there is the New York State Thruway. That's 120 miles away from me.
They make money off of them toll roads.
Yeah.
It don't take them but like a year or two to pay off what it costs to build the highway. But once it's paid off, they just keep the tolls.
Well, what would happen if I got caught with an ounce of pot in Texas?
That's for you, Billy.
Yeah, that's the only problem with Texas, man. I fucking love it down here, but
that's Randy's dad, Billy. There you go. Merry Christmas.
Gotti, tell me the truth. Is that Vinny Cogniti your picture?
No. That's Randy's father. That's Randy's dad right there.
Hey, you see Randy call me old and all that and wishing death on me?
I did.
Yeah, have you showed Caleb the picture you took of him the other night when he turned his camera on?
No. Did you screenshot this? Because I'm changing it.
No, I'm not doing it. Show him Randy with the fucking tubes up his nose, will you please?
All right,
I love that picture. That's a good picture.
What's he got tubes up his nose for?
God, he's going to explain it. He had kidney stones, got sick, had to go to the hospital.
I wonder if he's vaccinated.
He went up his urethra, I guess. I don't know what they did to him.
Yay. You vaccinated, Billy?
No, I ain't get this fucking. What's the sense? Getting it.
All right.
You know what I mean? I got natural immunity. I don't need no fucking shot. I don't get no flu shot.
Yeah, I just got COVID recently.
But you were diagnosed with it? You had it?
I mean, I took a test and tested positive. I was asymptomatic though.
Did you get very sick or just
Nothing.
weird?
Nothing.
Yeah. The number more people die from overdose of fentanyl snorting cocaine than anybody died in the United States from catching COVID or
Yeah.
taking the vaccination. You know, they're on that kick. Oh, the vaccination, they're just doing it to make you buy it. No, they want to control your mind and put a chip up your ass.
Where is Fauci?
What's that?
Where is Fauci? Anybody know?
I ain't been paying attention to it. Look at that. Now, did you Photoshop that at all, the eyelid, or did you get a good shot on that, Gotti?
No, that's him. That's pure
Yeah,
him.
that's what I seen too. Yes, he likes to do that to get people to feel sorry for him. He's got a tug on their heartstrings. You know what I mean? Especially Jason.
Why has he
They're
got
good friends. Randy and JC are an item. I don't know why they just don't get married. They're such good friends. Yeah, I mean, she's got NEM, Banksy up there. Wow, that fucking guy.
She said she would buy me some new teeth. I'm gonna take her up on that.
Did you see what I did? Listen, there's this thing going on with Wiggin and Dot, and then the people on the other side. I don't know if Gotti's part of it or not, right? And they're talking about a wart on her lip, right? You guys are worried about a little bit of wart. Look at Monica. If you held her fat folds up, there's got to be rash in there somewhere. You know what I mean? And same thing with Mary. There's got to be. You see the belly on her today, Gotti? She showed herself on full camera at the laundromat. She fucking hung low, boy. I tell you what. The underbelly on that thing is you wouldn't be able to hold it up. She's more than 300 pounds. I hate to say it.
She eats well.
She buys Pillsbury. I'm making cinnamon rolls for when she first started out over at JC's. Right? I'm making cinnamon rolls, and then she breaks out and she's fucking got Pillsbury fucking. I thought she was going to set up a mixer and throw some yeast in there and activate it and make some dough, but that's no. She fucking. And then the chocolate lasagna.
What's the chocolate lasagna?
You didn't get to see her make chocolate lasagna? Oh, you missed it.
Sounds good.
Randy ate some. That's what he looked like afterwards.
Gotti, you ever been to Wendy's and got a chicken mozzarella sandwich?
No, is it any good?
I heard it's delicious. I didn't get around to getting it.
Sure, yeah, somebody was talking about that once.
I noticed that about 10 minutes ago. Hi, Lori. Nice to see you, Lori. Lori Tolbert.
Who's Rory?
She left like
You had a wrench on Shannon's chat last time I peeked. And then you got Whippermantle here. He's one of the guys that Randy gave my mother's picture to. They like to use it.
It is Whippermantle, huh? I thought it was Whippermanny.
I figured I'd be followed here. That's for your benefit. Yeah, he's been using my mother's dead picture and avatars and trolling me.
That's rude,
He's lucky
man.
I don't have a wrench in this chat because he'd be timed out I'd be timing him out. I wouldn't ban him, but I'd time him out. And I noticed they changed the things on the wrenches, right? You can time them out for a minute. You can time them out 10 minutes, half an hour, 24 hours.
10 seconds.
Yeah,
even.
you see him say, "Oh, Billy crying again."
What you was crying for?
I have dead relatives over in Normandy, you fucker Whippermantle, you dumb fuck. To bring your ass up here. You gonna let him come up, Caleb? Let that fucker bring him up.
He won't come up.
Yeah, come on up. Go ahead, use my mother's picture. I don't care. Come on up.
Is it a good picture?
My mother was a sweet lady. They're making my mother famous. I'm famous. I'm more international than JC is. And I don't even have a live stream. If I put up a live stream, it's going to be fucking all over with. And JC probably won't be my first guest now.
Damn. Who's going to be your first guest?
I don't know. There's a lot of them out here.
Who's that guy?
I figure Wiggin would be the first one to come to the chat. So
That's me. Somebody to me.
It's a good
and
pick.
then all my fans would come. And Gotti is a fan of Billy Hayden, by the way.
Do I get a wrench?
They don't know how to operate that shit, but people bragging, I moderated a chat with 500 people. Someone's got a chat right now, and there's, I don't think there's ever more than 50 people there. Maybe, people got wrenches. All right, all our little fucking cronies from CNN got wrenches.
I used to give everybody a wrench on my channel.
You gotta have a wrench, man.
Wolfie does a good job on it.
Yeah, she does.
Zen and Rob and them, I've been to their, that I don't think they stream a lot. If I'm subscribed to them, I don't know which account. I have to go look. Look, it's hilarious.
Let's see.
Hey, Gotti, did you see what I did to LD Live on Wolfie's chat that one day?
When you timed
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went straight to JC's. He complained there, and Wolfie's up on panel. I tell you, I'm leaving. Got the Van Buren look going.
I do the 10 seconds.
Hey, Caleb.
Yeah.
Gotti squelch on the bet with me also.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, you tell him. I drank that beer in less than 10 seconds. You're supposed to.
It was 12
said you would
seconds.
turn your camera on, and you said 10 seconds if I could do. And you knew it was a 16-ounce can, and I gulped that fucker. I got some suction power, Gotti. I'm telling you right now.
I counted, man. It was 12 seconds. 12 seconds. It was 12.
Billy, post something in the comments.
Hi, Connie. You know me. I see that name when I do my searches all the time, Connie. I know most everybody from the old Juju and Gramps and all that.
Billy, post a comment so I can give you your wrench.
Let me see, which account is this one here? Is he going to tell me? Yeah, Google does they do their updates.
What about me? Do I have one?
I can't use that phone. I'm gonna have to go to this phone. That phone I just put away. That's my new phone that I bought, and I have time on it. But I also have my own Wi-Fi, and I only have 2 accounts on it, and both of them are JC's. One's the Queen cunt, and the other one's got Trump. I cloned the hell out of JC the last 3 days.
What do you think about that?
This is the one.
He's gonna run again?
Got Trump. Oh yeah, he's going to be there. He'll be there.
Don't look like there's a lot of competition.
No, there's nobody. They'll call for martial law before that happens, though.
Yeah, that's That's about all they got left.
Well, if you're a high-ranking official, and especially in the military, you're a fleet admiral or something like that, right?
What?
You don't have to obey an unlawful order, and they
It's
do
posse
have.
comitatus.
Yeah, they'll just shoot.
No, it's called posse comitatus. It's supposed to protect us from dictators.
I'll take an oath to defend the Constitution, all the
Oh,
way
you
up to the president. That's
Yeah,
that's the only job of the federal government is to protect our rights. The federal government. And the federal government was created by the states. They don't have power over the states. It's the other way around. They're supposed to. We're a nation of 340 million people. We're 10 times the size of Canada's population, 10 times the size of the UK's population. If they were so good over in England, they'd be like the United States. But they're not. We don't play rugby over here. Most Americans don't follow rugby.
Or
There is
soccer.
a league where I live. I know people who there's a league where I live. They do play rugby over here. All right, here we go. I'm there. I just post a smiley face. Can I get a wrench on that one? You find them, feel them, fuck them, forget them. That's me.
What the hell?
I should be ashamed, Gotti.
No shame. No shame.
Oh, that's funny.
Some good weed, huh?
Yeah, I don't think Edward Jam's gonna come over. So you're what? You're 2 hours behind me then, right, Caleb?
Maybe just one.
I'm Eastern time. So you're in the
Central.
eastern part of Texas then?
Yeah, Central Time Zone.
Yeah. All right. It's like I've been up since 6 o'clock yesterday morning.
EQ was.
I thought EQ was coming up.
I thought he was too. I'm gonna text him.
I'll be right back.
I don't know who he was posting at, but they had something going on.
Shit, I don't have his number in this phone.
Oh, hey, Caleb, thanks. I'm glad I come over and come up and maybe we can troll together. You can help me out a little bit. So I want to help Mary Bernie, but she won't let me help her. So
Everybody talks about Mary Bernie. I've never met her.
Well, as soon as she come into JC's chat, she tried to get rid of me. She was begging JC to get me out of the chat. It was hilarious.
Damn. Why she doesn't like you?
Trolling. Her main reason was because what was it? Not Salisbury, but the Florida chat with Pines and Palms.
Yeah.
I go in there with 5 phones, and she didn't like me putting clown heads around people's names because that's what I did all day long. Post that shit. I mean, if I spam, it's only like a few characters. I don't take up the whole page like some other people do. Depending on what it is. If I got a statement to make, you got 200 characters. Dwayne doesn't like paragraphs. Has to read them. It's hilarious. So, well, good. God bless you, my brother. Thank you. And thanks for the wrench. I'm going to hang out, but I'm starting to get tired. I might lay down about half hour.
I hear you, Billy. It was good seeing you, man.
All right, Caleb. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Sometimes I touched it like I touched my cam. know, if the phone's getting old. I tried to come up on a different phone and it didn't want to let me do it. So I might have to replace that. Okay. Hey, Caleb, God bless you, my brother.
All right, Billy. You take it easy, man.
Later.
Connie coming up. All right. Watch out, she needs her elbow space. Find them, feel them, fuck them, forget them. There you go.
Hello,
You there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. It's my AC in the background. Makes it hard for me to hear.
Let me see if I can get some volume. There we go. How are you? I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, I've been around. I drop in every now and then. I don't like the room. I don't like Teeny Martini.
Yeah, it's not my spot either.
Yeah. I miss Salisbury and Vegas and believe
I
it or
miss my
not, Fox
marina.
44, Fox 46.
I miss my marina. But it got shut down when Pines got shut down because they were all kind of hooked together. Really pissed me off. Because those were some fun days.
I got my little puppy.
Oh, you got a puppy? Is this a new one? This looks like the other one. Wait.
This is the other one's son.
Oh, cute. What's his name?
Domino.
Domino. He looks like a blue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how cute. You have blue eyes?
No. What you doing,
Looks
Domino?
like a good
Look.
dog.
Look.
Hello, Domino. They're the best dogs, aren't they?
He's a service dog.
Is he? He's cute.
My buddy. Tired.
How old is he?
June 24th, they were born. So he's only like 4
wow.
months.
He's still a puppy.
What's that?
He's still a puppy.
Mm-hmm. Just a baby.
I'm done with pets myself. I'm done.
You travel a lot, huh?
Yeah. Can't travel with pets. It's too hard.
I can with him.
It's expensive too.
Yeah, they say you gotta buy an extra seat for him and shit.
Well, if you leave them behind, it's expensive too. You got to pay someone to take care of them.
Yeah, if you put him in a boarder or whatever, board him.
And they hate that. It's better to hire a dog sitter to come to your house.
Yeah, or like let family watch him.
Or a good dog sitter. I do a lot of dog sitting, to be honest with you. I've been doing it for years. I make good money at it.
Yeah.
People pay me ridiculous amounts of money to take care of their dogs.
Damn.
Sometimes I'll go to their house and stay. Last summer, I had a place that I had stayed at for a week. Had a really nice pool in the backyard with a tiki bar. And it's like being on vacation. And they were paying me.
What kind of dogs?
That dog was a mix of like greyhound and some other big dog. I don't know.
Damn, it's just one dog and they open up their whole house to you?
Yeah, move in.
Yeah.
I just got back from dog sitting actually for the weekend. This dog was a mix. They had two dogs. One was a basset hound mixed with a beagle. Can you imagine? The thing would not stop barking. It was like that howling bark. It was crazy. And the other one was a Chihuahua pug mix. Fucking nightmare.
Damn.
But I like big dogs. I don't like little dogs. I'm a big dog person.
Be a big dog, not a small dog.
Like Chihuahuas are my least favorite dog breed.
I had Chihuahuas growing up.
Did you? Sorry.
My mom loved them.
They're snippy, mean little fuckers.
Yeah, you put the heart of a Chihuahua in the body of a pit bull, you got a killing machine.
Yeah. That would be a brutal mix. Jack Russells are like that though. They think they're big dogs. I had a Jack Russell.
Weren't Jack Russells? No, that's a rat terrier. It was bred for hunting rats. What were Jack Russells bred for? Rabbits?
Fox, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I like how they all got reasons they were bred for.
Maybe those are beagles I'm thinking of.
Beagle's a bird dog.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They got a good nose. I heard somebody say one time the difference between a regular dog's nose, they can pick up a trail that's like 3 hours old, but a bloodhound can pick up a trail that's like 3 days old.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's crazy.
We've heard about these crazy stories of these dogs that like travel thousands of miles and then end up back home like a year later.
Like Homeward Bound.
Like, yeah. Like, how does that even happen for real?
I don't know.
I had a lizard that did that.
A lizard?
An iguana. He was 3 feet long. Had him for 10 years. He had his own bedroom. Seriously, that's how big he was. And one day, he decided to chew a hole in the screen in the window, which I had only cracked the window just for some air. And he chewed a hole in the screen, scaled down the side of the house. It's a big iguana too. Scaled down the side of the house, hit the deck, and then scaled down the deck onto the ground. And that fucker was home free. This was in May, okay? Then in June, like this dude had never been outside, keep in mind. He's a big iguana. But in June, we had this crazy ass derecho storm come through here. Do you know what one of those is? It's like a microburst. And it fucked everything up here. I mean, it was like a tornado went through here. It just micro bursted on us and just flattened everything, put the power out. It rained like crazy. It was just insane. And I'm looking out the window thinking, that lizard must be out there going, what the fuck is this happening? So anyway, that was June. So July goes by, August, September. And in October, that dude was back in my backyard.
Damn.
But in October here,
Florida.
In October here, it gets really cold. So he was frozen. I mean, he was alive at the time, but he was pretty frozen. So I brought him in, and I was all happy to have him back, and it was all joyous. And I put him back in his room with his light and his food and his water. And I woke up the next morning, and he was dead.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it didn't work out so well. But he came home to die, so that was kind of cool. At least I don't, worry about where he is or what he's doing, or, he got
What
murdered
kind
by
of
another animal.
he's hanging out with, kind of bad company he's keeping.
So now he's in the backyard with my other pets. So.
Oh, damn. They
But,
say they're eating them things in Florida.
Well, they do fall out of the trees when it gets cold.
That's crazy. I wonder what they taste like.
Chicken, probably.
Yeah, they got a problem in Florida.
There's a lot of them down there.
I watched this dude's channel. He makes money going round up constrictors. He just goes pull snakes out of the Everglades.
For what?
Because there's a bounty on them. He makes money.
Oh.
They're an invasive species, and they're taking over.
That and the snakehead fish. Have you heard of that guy? Those are a problem around here.
Yeah. Y'all got Asian carp? Is that what that is?
Something like that, yeah.
That's the ones that jump out of the water?
They're killing everything. They don't have a natural predator here, see, so they just run amok.
Yeah, it's like that. See, out here, the hogs, the wild boars, they're like that. There's no season. You can hunt them year round, day, night. Hunt them with guns, traps, food plots, dogs, everything.
But they're mean, aren't they?
They're dangerous. They're aggressive, but they're like a regular pig. Like you take a regular pig, put it out in the wild, and it'll turn into a wild boar. You take wild boars, trap them, feed them in captivity for a while. They turn back into pigs. It's crazy. They're smart too and keen. You gotta hunt them at night with green spectrum lights because they can't see that color spectrum.
Huh.
I watch this guy's channel. He hunts from a tree stand with a spear, and he hooks his GoPro up to the spear, and he drops it on him. He got a food plot at the bottom of the tree that he sits in. Crazy.
You're lucky no bears come.
We don't have a whole lot of bears. We got black bears down here, but
They climb trees.
yeah, I'm not even worried about a black bear. A grizzly, I'm worried about. A black bear, we gonna fight.
Yeah.
I ain't going out like that.
They're gonna run. Chances are.
Yeah. Well, they say that they're aggressive. They're more.
Well, the black bears are the least aggressive of bears.
Are they?
Yeah.
They better
Brown
be.
bears will mess with you. Grizzlies will definitely.
Yeah, grizzly. I'm just gonna. Hopefully, I'm probably packing if I'm gonna see a grizzly, but yeah,
That'd be a quick shot.
no, I'm a quick shot.
I went to South Africa a couple months ago.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you went hunting.
Well, we didn't hunt anything. We weren't hunted either, so it was all worked out. I
What
went
you
on
got?
safari.
That's right. Last time I talked to you, you were getting ready to go.
Yeah, I was thinking about when you were talking about the wild pigs, but we were one of the places we stayed had warthogs like running all over the place.
Yeah,
And they're mean like boars, but they got tusks. They got little
yeah,
mini tusks.
that's I got somewhere around here. I have a wild boar tusk. They got them too out here. When they run dogs for them, you run catch dogs and bay dogs. Bay dogs are like your hounds that'll sniff them out. They'll what is it? They'll corral them up for you, and then you got guys like this that are catch dogs, and they got big cut vests on, kind of like to stop them from getting gored or cut.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was there, I ran up on one. It kind of freaked me out because I stopped dead in my tracks and I looked at it like I think it was only like 10 feet away from me.
Man,
I looked at it, it looked at me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the left. You you go to the right. We'll be good.
a lot of people have lost their lives just accidentally walking up on animals like that. Animals you
Yeah.
wouldn't even think to. They say that the hippo and the water buffalo out there, they're some of the most dangerous animals in Africa.
Yeah, they run fast too. You wouldn't think they do, but they do.
That's crazy.
We had all the big animals walking by us.
You saw any big cats?
Saw lots of big cats.
Man, that's
Took a
crazy.
video of it on my channel.
Yeah,
Check
I
it
might have
out.
to go check that out.
Big cats. I posted my big cats. I posted a cheetah hunt. They were hunting water buck. We had an elephant walk up on us. We walked up on a couple of them play fighting. Mom had to come break it up. Yeah, we saw a lot of shit.
A real life heffalump.
We did two game drives a day, one at sunrise and one at sunset.
In one of them open,
Yeah,
like Land Rover type things.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was cool.
What was South Africa like? Like the urban area?
Well, for one, it was cold. I'll just say that right off the jump. It was fucking freezing there.
Yeah.
So when we went out on safari, we had like coats, gloves, hats, sweatpants, boots. There were parts of it that were nice. There were parts of it that were beautiful, the landscape. And then there were parts of it that were just straight up tin shacks right off the highway.
Yeah, I heard Johannesburg.
That's where I flew into.
Oh, okay, I heard that's they got a rough hood out there.
Yeah, you don't want to take a wrong turn for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
First place we stopped at a little like local mart, like a African 7-Eleven, so to speak. But it was huge, had shopping but there's a dude standing right out the door with a machine gun in his hand, military guy. Like, welcome to Mini Mart.
Yeah, we had Ugandans guarding the gates in Iraq. I don't know why, and those guys were crazy. Like if you didn't follow protocol coming in, they'd shoot you up.
Yeah, well, you can pretty much buy your way out of everything. The government's really corrupt there.
Yeah, you see any child soldiers?
Nah, we were out in the jungle. We were only seeing animals. We were not seeing civilization.
Yeah. Seeing monkeys, chimps,
A
gorillas,
lot of baboons.
baboons.
A lot of we saw a lot of different kinds of monkeys. The first place we stayed, they told us on the very first 5 minutes we were there, don't leave the door to your place open, because if you do, the monkeys will get in and steal your shit.
Some bad monkeys.
So we're like, okay. So, a couple hours later, I said to my friend, I'm gonna run back to the room real quick and grab something. I'll be right back. So open the door. It says, and the door has a storm door to it too. So I opened the storm door, but it didn't automatically shut behind me. And when I ran in, I left the door open because I saw my stuff right there on the bed. I was just gonna grab it. I turned around, there's a monkey standing in the doorway. I'm like,
what are you doing here, monkey?
I'm like, get out of here. Scared the shit out of me. They're huge.
Are they?
Yeah, some of them are 4 feet tall.
I got a friend.
Now, this little guy wasn't big, but still. I didn't want him in my room because they will steal your shit.
I'd let him have it.
Depends on what it is.
Here you go, monkey. Let me get you some new socks.
Right. Here's a new hat for you. Styling.
They get everything out of me just because they're cute.
No, but it was a good adventure. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I would do it again.
What's the flight like?
The flight was long. It's 15 hours, nonstop. A lot of movie watching.
Shit.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah. I've done 18
The weirdest
before.
thing was, most planes have the like shade thing on the window that you can pull down, for like shade. If you don't want shade, you push it up. All right. Well, these windows had no shades on them, none at all. But so we're flying at night. Okay. So most people are going to sleep. Okay. That's great. So it's dark the whole, first 10 hours of the flight. But I'm looking at my clock and I'm looking out the window and it's still dark outside, but it's like 7:00 in the morning. And I know for a fact that the sun has come up and it should not be dark outside. So I was so confused. And like 8:00, the plane's still dark. This was weirded me out. So I said to the steward, the flight attendant, I'm like, why is it so dark in here? I mean, I know it's not dark outside. And she said that they control all the windows, all the shading of the windows. Like you don't have any control over that now.
Huh.
It kind of weirded me out a little bit. I didn't like it at all. Like, I need some sun. It was like 15 hours of like darkness.
Well, you see what it really was. Well, the Earth gas and containers and stuff like that, it's science. But it's because the Earth is flat.
Is that what it is?
I'm joking.
And you're an AI, right?
That's the craziest shit. Did you see the eclipse?
No, because our weather was so crappy. We had no chance of seeing anything. I
Man,
bought
I
the
gotta show you
glasses.
something cool.
We weren't in the
They
we weren't in the thing, but were you in the line, or you were just outside the line? Did
so
you get to see it?
you see all over Noche the little moons.
I see a dog.
See the little moon reflections on the.
Oh yeah.
That's the sun peeking through the tree.
Okay.
Bunch of little crescent moons.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I missed it, but
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to see it. It was pouring rain here.
my little boy had on like welding glasses.
Oh well. Don't wait for the next one.
When is the next one? I don't know if there's. Let's see. That's a solar eclipse.
Ain't gonna be for a while, I don't think.
Nope. 2044. Wait, no. There's a total solar eclipse April 8th, 2024.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not that long, man. Shit.
That's going to be in celebration of Trump getting back in office.
Everything goes dark.
They're going to lose their fucking minds, bro.
Everything's gonna go dark.
Oh my God, it's going to be heads exploding. But it looks like it's going to happen. Ain't much competition.
Yeah, DeSantis is slowly falling out of the race.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's too busy
up.
battling Florida.
I think he's
Too
doing a
busy
great
battling
job.
Mickey Mouse. Him and Mickey are at war.
Mickey Mouse? Oh, Disney?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because they can't agree on anything. Now they just take pot shots at each other and stupid shit.
Let's see. Haley. There's a woman running.
Nikki Haley?
Mm-hmm.
Is Chris Christie still in there?
Yeah, way down at the bottom.
Poor guy.
Pence is running. Larry Elder.
Never
Scott.
heard of him.
What's his first name? What's Scott's first name? And 3 Democrats. Some female Williamson and Chuck Yeager.
The astronaut?
No, wait, what you mean? The woman?
I don't know. I'm lost.
Chuck Yeager's the
Wasn't he an astronaut?
no, he's with the freaking the Young Turks. TYT.
Hmm.
He's a douche.
They're all douches. That's the problem.
Yeah. Damn liberals.
Maybe they just sort of need to clean house. Start over.
That's why I like the idea of Trump. Like, bring him in. Throw that big monkey wrench in the system. I don't see Kennedy.
Oh yeah, he was in there for a bit. Something happened with him though. I can't remember what, but something. I feel like something happened.
Yeah, they can get all the good people out. We don't need no good people in office. Can't have that.
What kind of weather you having out there?
It's nice. And finally, we had a heat wave, a drought. They just lifted a burn ban recently. It was like 110 every day. But now it's let's see, it's like 70, 80. Nice. 72 degrees.
You know, I was reading yesterday that out there, Death Valley out west,
Yeah.
back in August, they had a year's worth of rain dropped on them in a day. And
What?
so now they have a lake out there. There's a lake, and there's like the flowers are all freaked out, so they all bloomed, and the whole place is like completely different. Ain't gonna stay like that for very long, but it's like that now. It's like a freak of nature. A lake in the
I
middle of
grew up right
Death
outside
Valley.
of Death Valley.
I've driven through Death Valley. See
I
carcasses
was
on the side of the road and shit.
I was in Death Valley the night we registered on the Richter scale. At LSU
How
game.
far is Death Valley from where you are right now?
LSU Stadium, Death Valley is 4 hours away. The real Death Valley is probably, let's see, it's probably a good drive. You smoke?
Yep. You should go up there and check it out. Be pretty cool.
I want to go to Moab.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
Oh, Death Valley's way the fuck. That's
Is it way up there?
That's up on the ridge back of California. It's a 22-hour drive from here.
Oh shit. All right, never mind.
Moab, though, I had a Moab, Utah. It's 19 hours. But I want to do it. I want to do it on my bike.
One of those famous arches in one of those famous national parks caved recently.
I saw a bunch of dumbasses pushing rocks, the balancing rocks that have been sitting there for hundreds of years. Some assholes are going through and pushing them over.
People are
What a loser.
stupid.
Yeah.
Did somebody cut down the famous Joshua tree out there?
I
think someone did.
what's that redwood?
It's a
Colonel.
Joshua tree. Google it.
Colonel Armstrong. That's a redwood. They're not cutting that one down. It's a 1,400-year-old redwood.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That thing must be huge.
Let's see. They got the park that it's in shut down because of the wildfires.
They have all those crazy people out at Yellowstone that are jumping the fence and going over and getting next to the boiling hot springs. Like, what are
Guys,
people thinking?
that's not what I would be worried about with Yellowstone. They brought wolves back to Yellowstone.
Yeah, but it evened out the ecosystem, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, you know what? We ain't on top of that ecosystem.
Well, the ranchers aren't happy about it, but the ecosystem's back to normal.
We're part of the food chain up there.
It's pretty country up there.
Yeah, I hear. My family goes to, what's the big biker rally up there?
Sturgis.
Yeah. They go up there. They met some people and their job. They got a bunch of exotic ranches up there with like antelope and all kind of crazy animals. And these people's job is when they get off of somebody's reserve, they just trap them and then sell them back to them people's ranch or whatever. It's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool job.
But you trap them out in the wild and then sell them to the reserves?
Yeah, and the people know that they're buying their animals back, and they don't care.
Huh.
Thought that was pretty cool.
I had antelope for dinner when I was in South Africa.
Yeah, tastes like deer.
It tastes like venison for sure.
Yeah. I bet they don't cook it right, though.
They cook it in a stew. It was pretty good, actually.
That's how I would cook it. Man, I bet they got some cool animals out there.
They do. They're big. And you can't run from them, which is a little bit disturbing when you think about it.
Why you can't run? Because it'll trigger fight or flight.
Oh, because the second you run, it just clicks that you become now prey. They're gonna chase you, even just for shits and giggles, if nothing else.
Damn.
Yeah.
Even if they're not predators?
Nope. But if you run, it's on. So I was reading about this woman who she went out on a game drive, and you have to sign your life away when you get there, so you can't sue them.
Damn.
Anyway, they do these walking game drives, which personally I would never do. Like, there's no vehicle. Now the guy's got a rifle, but you don't. Anyway, they come up on a pride of lions, and like I said, the thing is you can't run. And this woman got so freaked out about it that she started to run, and of course the lions gave chase and they fucking killed her. So her family ended up suing the place and actually won that case.
What? It's probably the same people that sued McDonald's for the hot coffee incident.
I know.
That'd be a way to go out, though.
Wouldn't it? So sometimes when I was sitting out late at night on safari, and there's not a whole lot of fences. I mean, shit can walk up on you. My friend and I decided after we drank a lot, we were like, we're going to pretend to be statues. So you have to sit still for like 60 seconds. And that's the hardest thing to do. Seriously, when you have to like freeze for like say 2 minutes. So let's say a lion's walking up around the corner and I'm sitting out on my deck. Like, my first instinct would be to get up and run into the house, but that would be a mistake. So you just have to sit there, hope the thing like walks by or, pays you no mind. But I mean, that's got to be the longest 2 minutes of your entire life. So
I heard that, like if a big cat predator, if you come across one, what you should do is slow blink, because that's what cats do to show trust in each other.
But you can't look them in the eye.
Oh, I'm gonna look them in the eye. I'm gonna try the slow blink thing. Well, they got guns over there?
Yeah, they do.
You had access to any of them?
No, we did not. They did.
They got big guns over there.
Yeah. And poachers, if they're poaching on the national park, nothing happens to them. But if they're poaching on like private reserves, yeah, they generally are getting fed to the crocodiles. You'll never see those people again, ever.
Hell yeah. And people want their money.
Yeah. Well, plus they don't want no DNA left behind.
Yeah, but it costs 20 grand to hunt that elephant.
Well, a lot of times they just want rhino tusks, the rhino horns.
I don't get who's buying ivory still.
No, they want the rhino horns. The Chinese are buying them because they think it's an aphrodisiac.
Oh, it might be though.
No, it's not. Scientifically proven it don't do shit.
In New Orleans, when I was deployed after Katrina, New Orleans has the most densely populated Vietnamese um, culture in the nation, and I went into one of those little um, witch doctor shops or whatever,
Little voodoo shop.
and got some tiger penis.
Did it help?
It still helps. It still helps to this day. I believe it. I know it does.
You didn't buy more?
I didn't need more. One time dose. Got real bits of tiger in it.
It's funny what people believe.
I mean, it worked.
Yeah. Was it just all in your mind?
Right? Placebo works too, you know?
Yeah. Funny how that works.
Placebo's some crazy shit. I saw a documentary on that. Manifesting.
It's in your brain.
I was trying to placebo a Ferrari up the other day. It didn't work. To be fair, I wasn't concentrating very hard.
Did you end up with a Hyundai instead?
Mm-mm. Nothing. A go-kart.
We used to build go-karts when I was a kid.
I got my little boy one. We about to do an engine swap on it because he got a new one. So me and my father-in-law and my cousin about to put a little four-wheeler engine on it and beef it up a little bit.
Does he help you do it, or do you do it for him?
I mean, it'll help.
Yeah, you're robbing him of the fun. Half the fun was building that stuff. As a
Man,
kid.
if he could build a go-kart on fucking Minecraft on his iPad, and fucker, he'd have the baddest go-kart around.
Yeah, I know. I know it's sad, isn't it?
Yes, sometimes, but I feel like
I mean,
I
it's
was
not sad
with
that they can do it
Lego.
on the computer because there's a skill to that. I get that. I get that. What's sad is that they can't take that knowledge and put
Yeah,
it to good use or functional something.
I don't know. I'm gonna wait till he turns like 13, 14 and introduce him to AutoCAD. The fucker will be a little architect.
So when we were kids, we used to go out in the woods with our little hammer and nails and pieces of wood and build like tree houses and shit.
Any nails I can find, just scrounge them up.
Yeah. Some tree houses would have a ladder. Some would have a rope that you drop down for security purposes.
I still got tree houses on my parents' property somewhere.
They were the best.
When those big zip ties first came out, the real big ones, I wanted to see if that would hold up a treehouse, and that treehouse is still there to this day, being held up by them plastic zip ties.
Really?
Yep, it's crazy.
I can't believe the tree didn't grow enough to bust it.
Well, it's grown around them in some spots.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's pretty cool though.
You don't see nobody building no tree houses now, do you? No.
Yeah, I want to build a houseboat.
Houseboats are cool.
Yeah, I want to have a camp in the Chaffalot Basin where I grew up. I'm gonna use 55-gallon drums.
How big is the boat though? How many feet?
20 by 30, something like that.
Oh, that ain't big enough.
It'd be just enough for a camp. But every barrel is 500 pounds of buoyancy. So think about that. 4 barrels, you can float a ton of material. Pretty cool.
I could live on a houseboat for a while.
I could too. Have me a little boat to bring me back to shore, bring me back to land.
Mm-hmm. Get
Go
yourself a little
resupply.
dinghy. Get
We call them a bateau.
a jet ski.
Can no jet ski in the Chavalaya.
Have a little water slide off the top deck.
Hell yeah.
That'd be the way to go.
I promise you they got camps out there with that. I bet you. I feel like I've seen them.
They do. I seen them.
We're watching a little documentary on people that have a camp out in the Chavalaya, and the person I was watching with goes, "We swim in that water?" Like, yeah, we swim in that water. What about the gators? I mean, them gators don't want none. They they stay as far away from people as possible.
Yeah, but there's always that one rogue gator.
That's
That one,
usually in somebody's
that one
pond.
Uncle Charlie that just fucking can't act like the rest of them.
Yeah, that's usually in at somebody's house, somebody's nice house in their nice pond stocked.
Yeah.
I had to get one out of a pond. Remember Barefoot Blue Jean night that live that we went when I was on the back veranda of that
Uh-huh.
house where I was
Yep. Yep.
working. That house, they had a gator in the pond in the back, and the guy who owned the place, I guess he thought I was full of shit. I was like, next time we see that gator, I'll get him out of there for you. And we're sitting on the back porch drinking a couple beers, and he goes, "There's that gator." I said, "Go grab that. Go grab a shotgun. I'll be
What, could
right
you just see his eyes in the water?
back." The head. It was a female actually, but I went and got a treble hook that I picked up while we was talking about getting them out of there, and I just tossed it over her back and slowly reeled it in. And when I felt it hit back, yanked and set the hook, and she started rolling and twisting herself up in it. I pulled her right up to the dock and bam, and then commenced to uh, cutting her up like she was a dead hooker or something like that. I had the whole room lined in plastic. When I was done getting the meat out of her, I fucking wrapped it up like it was a dead body and we drove a couple miles away and threw it out the window.
Oh, Jesus.
Federal offense if you get caught doing that. This was allegedly I did this.
You're right.
I mean, you got to do that. They'll eat somebody's dog.
Yeah, they will. How do you know? How can you tell the difference between a male and a female gator?
The tail, where the I don't remember. I'd have to look at them and see the difference right now. But it's kind of like a turtle. The little squares on the underbelly of the tail.
Okay,
They either go gradually or they go abrupt.
right.
It's like a snake
Like a
or.
crab.
Mm-hmm. That's not the good eating one though. The one that I killed, it was like 4 or 5 foot. The good eating ones, the big ones. Give You only really eat the tail. It's just a big hunk of meat, muscle. But
Yeah.
the older ones have good uh, marbleization of the fat. Makes it much better.
How do you eat it? You fry it?
Fry it. I mean, you can make a sauce piquant or something like that with it, but you want to fry that. It's good fried,
Like
like
chicken?
frog legs.
Like fry.
You ever had frog legs?
I have. When I was in New Orleans.
Yeah, that'd be the place to get it.
Yeah. I like New Orleans.
When you go
Actually,
last?
I was looking just today at a trip you can take from here on the train. It's an 8-day New Orleans trip. It goes down to New Orleans on the train, stays there for 4 days, and then comes back to Washington on the train.
Man, that would be cool just to take a train. I've never been on a train. I mean, I've
Trains are
been on a
cool.
train, but not a passenger train.
I like trains.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to ride a train, like legally.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when we was kids, we'd jump slow moving trains and stuff, but I didn't do that too much. That's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think I would attempt that.
They go much
I have
faster
a,
than they look.
I have a friend who drives a train.
Yeah, for like a Union Pacific or something.
Yeah, out west.
Yeah, I was actually
He says it's
applying
surprising
for
how many people are walking down the train tracks and just like don't even pay attention the train's coming.
crazy.
He's
They'll
only
get a
smashed
check
into
too.
one. Sometimes those people do that on purpose. It's
Hmm. That's what I said. They'll get a check too.
yeah.
I'm not willing to risk it. I'll wait for a mail truck or Amazon truck. I ain't got no more mail trucks.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy. Amazon's bigger than the U.S. Postal now.
That's because people never shop. Malls are closing down like and turning into pickleball courts.
Yep. But I mean, I'm cool with that. I never really liked the mall anyway.
I don't really see the whole pickleball draw, but people are totally into it. It's a big
That's
thing now.
that's like tennis, right?
It's like
But
tennis
with
and ping pong.
yeah, yeah.
Play doubles in a smaller court. It's the rage now.
I wonder what old Forrest Gump would do on a pickleball court. I bet he'd be a fool with it.
He would.
I love that movie.
That is a good movie. That is a good movie.
Well, now we ain't strangers no more.
I like when he jumps off his boat. Lieutenant Dan, Lieutenant Dan.
But Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. I know that, Forrest.
Hey, listen, that dude, Gary Sinise, I think that's his name, Gary Sinise, something like that. He went on to be quite a representative for wounded warriors.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
big time, big time.
Hmm. It's pretty cool. He's
Yeah,
a good actor too.
yeah, he is.
He played in was it Double Jeopardy where he was the husband?
No,
No, that wasn't him.
no. But who was that? That was a good movie, though. I'll tell you who was that. Who was in that? Who was the dude in that? That
The
was
head
Tommy
of
Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones was the head dude in that.
No. The husband, the one that faked his death.
Yeah. Oh, that's a different one. With Jennifer Lopez.
No, Double Jeopardy, 1999. I'm about to look at the cast right now.
I'm looking at the cast, but I don't know who's. Let me
Oh,
see.
Bruce Greenwood. It's the guy who played.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, what did he play him? He's not Doctor Strange, huh?
He was in Star Trek, wasn't he?
Star Trek, 13 Days, iRobot. iRobot. Ah, Batman.
That one Jennifer Lopez was in was good too. What was the name of that one?
Fighter. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when she tuned his ass up at the end. Pretty sure.
Oh, the one I was thinking of was called Enough, I think.
Enough. That was it. That was it.
That was a good one too. She came back and beat that guy's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never. Fucking never. But it was cool.
But she had an advantage too.
What, that booty?
Yeah. Yeah.
She could beat me up. I submit.
Kept throwing off his concentration.
Yep, it would have thrown mine off too. Oh, Selena herself.
Yeah. She was shot by her damn fan manager.
Yeah, that was crazy. I wonder why.
I think she was embezzling money.
Then now you murder.
I know, then take the money and go. What the fuck? People snap and do shitty things.
Man. So were you in Africa when the Israel shit kicked off?
No, I was in Africa back in August.
Oh.
But I've gotten a lot of travel notifications saying clearly don't go into that region, but international travel in general, you got to be careful about, just to get an itinerary, make sure people know where you are, where you're supposed to be, yada, yada, yada.
I wonder if people are getting to evacuate or if they're getting screwed on getting stuck there.
Where?
In Israel.
Well, one of the cruise lines sent a cruise ship over there to pick a whole shit ton of people up.
Good. Get them people out of there.
That's what they need to do. Then the two little governments can blow each other to smithereens. Just get the people out, and then they can just pot shot each other if that's what they want.
Man, that's what's crazy. It's not two little governments. It's
I know. There's a lot of history there. Goes back decades and decades and thousands.
A little rinky-dink guerrilla army against the fucking Israelis. The Israelis are no joke, man. Yeah. They were taking out Russian MiGs with biplanes. They're serious.
Yeah.
They could end this all. That's what me and Billy were just talking about. I don't understand what's going on. They could just wipe Hamas off the face of the planet, but they're not.
We got to find them first. They're all underground.
Well, I think they legitimately just don't want to do that. They would rather. I'm hoping that they would rather just live in peace. Like we could share this.
Yeah, but they can't because they've been trying to do that forever, and they just can't they can't find a common ground. They can't find a happy medium. They both want all or nothing. That's the problem.
What is 3 holy lands stacked on top of each other? How do you find they got
Israel keeps taking more and more of land, because they can.
Which is crazy. Because if I was Jewish, I'm not moving to fucking Jerusalem. I'm not moving to the Middle East surrounded by all the Muslim countries. It just wouldn't be comfortable. I don't care about the Iron Dome and all of that shit, which is pretty cool, but why? Why move to Jerusalem? Make another Jewish capital of the world, somewhere as far away from Muslims. Go to like South America.
It's
They don't
history.
even know what Jews are.
It's all history. It's all religious history.
Yeah, the Weeping Wall and shit. You ever been there?
Nope.
My mama went. I'm pretty sure she went there. Israel or Jerusalem, one of the two. She went to the Vatican.
I'd like to go to Turkey. That'd be kind of cool, but I wouldn't go there now either.
What's in Turkey that you want to go see?
Just a lot of old shit. History.
I saw the Euphrates and Tigris River when I was in Iraq.
I'm more interested in going to places like Italy and Greece and Croatia. Those are my top 3.
I've been to Italy. Been to Vicenza, Italy.
That's where I want to go. Venice is where I'd like to go.
We went to Venice, but it was so touristy and expensive.
Yeah.
I didn't do much. I like Vicenza. It's like a little countryside town, city.
I'd like to go to Trieste. It's like a little bit east of Venice.
It was pretty cool.
But you know what? I used to watch Venice on the YouTube live feed during COVID, and it was empty there. There was like no one there, no one on the canals except for your service people, trash trucks, ambulance, police, supplies. But there was no one there. No one walking the streets. No one in boats. No one on the famous bridge. It was just a ghost town, but it was really cool. I mean, it was so cool. And then, little by little, I would watch it, and then COVID broke, and then people started coming back. Man, that place is like packed now. I can't believe how many people go there on a regular basis. It's sad because it was kind of nice when it was empty and ghost-like.
Yeah, they said Italy took the biggest hit though.
They did.
There's a bunch of all it is out there is old people that smoke cigarettes and eat good Italian food.
But they eat healthy.
They say they live forever if it ain't for something like COVID come through and wipe them out.
Well, I could say that for anybody.
Yeah, the food was good. I ate a lot of
good Italian pasta.
I didn't eat a lot of pasta. I ate pizza every chance I got. We go to the vineyards are awesome over there because they give you this little miniature wine glass. It looks like a little shot size wine glass.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be for just taste testing, but we're American, so we're filling it up to the rim at every one of them. And we leave there drunk as a skunk, stumbling back to the barracks, stop and get food on the way back. But they invite you to come in and try everything. And most of the people that were pulling up there, they were filling up those big jugs, like they call it table wine. Just wine that you drink for dinner, because they drink wine almost every meal.
Yeah, even the kids.
Yeah. I like wine.
I don't like warm wine.
Yeah, the beer in Germany was warm.
I can't drink beer warm either. That's even worse.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. But I get why they do it.
Why?
Because they hit you much faster, much stronger.
But it tastes like shit warm.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's the worst.
Yeah, Germany. I just wasn't there on under good circumstances. I blew my knee out in Iraq. Went to Kuwait City to get an MRI. Left Kuwait, it was 130 degrees. Touchdown in Germany, it was 18 below zero.
Wow.
and all of my cold weather gear was at the bottom of my duffel. I was in the middle of the airport shucking stuff out of my bag, just trying to find a jacket.
Need more than a jacket for 18 below.
Yeah. It's a different kind of cold.
It is. Dry cold. Dry cold versus wet cold is way different.
Yeah. Down here, we got them wet, cold.
That's what we get here.
This last little freeze that came through last winter, they say this winter is going to be crazy. I've been waiting for the hurricanes. The forecast for this hurricane season was supposed to be bad.
We haven't had any bad hurricanes, though, have we?
We've had a few. My little cousin.
You guys have had out there. You guys have. We haven't had shit over here.
There's one about to hit the Caribbean right now. Tammy. In the T's already.
That's not good.
Yeah, that year that we got real bad ones. They had
2009. I think it was 2009. I was on a cruise ship that year.
Laura.
We were on Wilma. When I left Florida, we were on Hurricane Wilma. When I came back on the ship, we had already gone through the alphabet, already started over on Alpha, and we were on Hurricane Beta by the time I got back.
Yeah, this was Laura and Delta were the two that they fucked Louisiana up. That's why I was out working out there when we did that live.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy. It's a tropical cyclone.
Where is it?
A little chain of islands. It looks like right before Puerto Rico and Cuba and stuff.
Oh, wow. It's way north. Okay. I'm sure we'll get remnants of it here. Always comes up north eventually.
I wonder what the winter is going to look like. U.S. winter outlook. Wetter south, warmer north. Oh, great.
Yeah, so we're not going to see any snow this year either. We haven't had snow in so long. It's ridiculous. Not that I'm complaining, honestly. It's nice, but it's a pain in the ass.
Man, it's a rare sight to see snow down here.
Here, the only snow that I want to get is like a shit ton of snow, like 3 feet of snow. I don't want like an inch or 2. I want a bunch.
You got snowed out that time we did that live.
I know. I didn't have to go to work because of the snow. That worked out beautifully.
And I was like, they really have snow days like that. That's crazy.
But that was before COVID. See, now snow days, they keep dangling. Oh, well, if we get bad snow days, we'll just go back online, which none of us want to hear.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want that. We just want to go back to the good old days when we just had days off for snow. Those days could be gone. I don't know.
I can't imagine. It's hard to make them kids pay attention regular.
It's ridiculous. Especially now. Going back to Zoom is never going to work. It didn't work the first time around, but
Domino, you snore. Fit boy.
So EQ, what? He convinces you to come on live and then he doesn't even show up? What is that?
He's probably lit when I showed up at Teeny Martini.
He's probably fast asleep.
I saw Tommy though for the first time. Forever. You know what I'm talking about?
Tommy. I don't think so.
Maldus Modus something.
Oh, maybe. I don't. I may have recognized his name, but I don't know if I've ever talked to anyone like that.
He's from the New Orleans area.
Okay.
He got to be like 175 years old or something like that. The salt of the earth just will not die, that man.
What's his name? Madus.
Modus.
I'm gonna check it out.
He's
From
former.
Teeny. Is that where you saw him in Teeny?
Mm-hmm. He's former military. Modus is the 50 cal, the M2 Modus. But back when he was in the military, they were shooting cannons off the side of wooden ships.
With bows and arrows.
Yeah, grappling hooks and swords.
The way real wars were fought.
Yeah, like fucking gentlemen standing on a field lobbing balls.
Right? Fireballs.
That's a real war. Not
Just
all
hope
this
you hit
hiding
something.
and camouflage like we do today. No, you shoot your shot and you stand there. That's gangster. You think a drive-by is gangster? No,
No.
no. I've shot, sir. You take your shot. That's fucking crazy to me. On domino. We're not doing that. Nope. Nope, we're not doing that.
So what's your son gonna be for Halloween?
What's he got? Scream is hot again. So he's gonna be Ghostface.
Okay.
I don't think he's even seen the movie.
Well, that's probably good. I don't think I've seen the movie.
Scream?
Probably. Well, there's a bunch of them, right?
Yeah. I don't know why they got so popular. They're not.
I think I saw one and it didn't really impress me, and I never watched any more of them.
Exactly. They're all like that. I don't know. It's just suspense. It's just a jump out around the corner type shit. I don't like that.
Did you ever see the movie Money Heist? It was a series, actually.
What was it called?
Money Heist.
Money Heist? Mm-mm.
Yeah, Google it. I'd wear that mask in a heartbeat. I'd like to get that mask
Money Heist.
and a red jumpsuit. Dude, that'd be my Halloween costume. That was a badass series. You should watch that.
Oh, okay. That's like God
V.
damn, what's that? V for Vendetta.
Yeah. That was good too, actually.
Yeah, that was a deep movie. A lot of philosophical undertones.
Yeah.
I've been looking into Stoicism,
I don't even know what that is.
like the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and some other Greek guy. It's basically just like the Serenity Prayer.
Yeah.
That's from what I'm gathering. That's Stoicism. Like if I can't affect it, I shouldn't worry about it or stress over it. And if I can affect it, I shouldn't never chase. It's got a lot of similarities with like samurai um, philosophy and stuff like that. It's a
Interesting.
warrior's mindset, I guess.
That's interesting.
Need not is what it is. Need nothing. You don't own anything. We only borrow from this world.
Yeah.
I've always believed that.
Sounds kind of Indianish.
Yeah, yeah. A Hindu is another. I've uh, I've always liked that belief. You never hear about fucking the Hindus going to war with another religion.
Yeah, right.
You know, them and the Buddhists, they're peaceful people.
Yeah.
It's all about balance,
Yeah.
mastering what is within, not conquering what is outward.
It is pretty interesting to study all of the different religions. It's pretty
Yeah,
mind-boggling.
yeah, it's crazy. And they all got similar roots too.
Yeah.
I mean, they even call them. They even say the three Abrahamic religions. That's the three that are battling right now. Well, two of them are. So like y'all all come from the same
I
thing.
know they all have the same cast of characters.
Yeah. What's the problem?
Right.
Because somewhere along the line, this group stopped believing what that group believes.
Well, they thought one was better than the other. That's where they went wrong.
Yeah. Fuck all the details. Did you get the message? What's the bigger picture?
Yeah. Doesn't matter how you get there.
Right. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie though. There's something about this inflation of Muslim tension that kind of got me comfortable. I'm not I don't have to hide my prejudice for the radical side of that religion so much anymore. It's fucking
Because it's
crazy.
front and center now.
Yeah. Um, and I'm like, I told you so. I mean, it's kind of hard to not like over there. You just start seeing them as I don't want to say cattle, but fuck, it's like if you don't. My homeboy said he said at least they found oil and they did something with that. He's a black guy. He's like, my people, we ain't never done nothing for ourselves. We just our entire continent just keeps getting drained for its resources. You see any blood diamonds while you're there?
No. I wish I had.
Man, Leonardo DiCaprio wasn't there. He nailed that accent. I hate that South African accent. That's so gross.
They have so many different accents, though.
He takes such a pretty accent, like the English accent, and then just shit all over it.
They have like 14 different languages.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to remember that Africa's a continent, not a country. How far north did you go?
I went way far south. I didn't go very far north. That's why it was so cold. It was winter there, so.
Oh yeah, you're not far from Antarctica.
But it was chilly.
No, Chile's in South America. Damn, that's not far from Antarctica. They say that's how they got penguins in Antarctica. From
They have penguins in Africa.
yeah, you
Yep.
saw it?
I didn't see them, but I know they're there.
No, I don't believe
Town. I
you.
think Cape Town has them.
Cape Town.
I didn't go to Cape Town.
You see any pirates?
No pirates.
All right, Rory.
I was just seeing animals, not people.
You saw lions?
Lots of lions.
That's crazy.
Lots of lions. Lots of giraffes. Lots of zebras. Lots of wildebeest. Lots of
Wildebeest.
buffalo.
Wildebeest. That's what killed Mufasa.
A lot of wild
Man,
shit going through there.
you know they got more tigers in captivity in Texas than they do in the entire wild.
Well, there aren't any tigers in Africa, so there's mainly hanging out in India, which I can totally understand.
I'd say India and Siberia. Wonder which one's the biggest. Can't be a dummy with a smartphone. I gotta know every answer. The Bengal, India, Nepal. Nepal would be cool to go to.
Yeah.
That's like,
So many people there, though. Fuck.
yeah,
Isn't there?
I don't know.
I think so.
You know what they call them people?
What?
Nepalese.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I met somebody that was Nepalesian. It's like the spiritual capital of the world, or was supposedly. You ought to check out Spirit Science. It's a channel on YouTube.
Spirit science?
Mm-hmm. They got some crazy stuff. It's all based off of like Uriah Sitchin and the ancient aliens theory and stuff like that. But it's really interesting.
I'll check it out. I like all that stuff.
Yeah, me too. That's easier for me to swallow than whatever these books that these people are fighting over say these days. Like we've never found the missing link, the 3% of our DNA that still isn't mapped. Why would that be?
It's
'Cause
Bigfoot walking around.
we were created by aliens. That's why.
What do you
They
think of the
created a
Bigfoot
slave
story?
race. Was that?
What do you think of the Bigfoot story?
I'm with Joe Rogan on the Bigfoot story. I think there was a Bigfoot, a Rapmandek, and there's different names for them, but they were basically just like a big, either a big Neanderthal type early human or a big primate.
You don't think they exist anymore?
No. Mm-mm. It don't matter how vast the forest is. We would have found something.
We ain't found shit in the ocean.
Well, Bigfoot ain't in the ocean.
Yeah, but aliens probably are.
What do you think about all that shit?
That's where I think they hide out.
I think they're in the moon.
The moon.
Yeah, the moon. I'm suspect for the moon, man.
Do you think the moon landing was rigged?
I think the first time we went to the moon, I don't think we did. I've seen some pretty good evidence that we filmed it. Who's the guy who did not Hitchcock, but he did The Shining?
Jack Nicholson.
No, the director.
Oh. Uh,
Stanley Kubrick?
oh, maybe, yeah. Let's see, The Shining. Stephen King?
He wrote it, but
Oh, yeah.
there's a guy that directed it.
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah. So Stanley Kubrick is who I believe filmed the original moon landings. And if you look at like
On set?
no, I'm gonna show you something crazy. The
I mean,
Shining.
like, you think he filmed it on set somewhere?
Oh yeah, in a basement somewhere in Hollywood. I'm gonna show you something that's gonna be pretty interesting. So he put little clues in The Shining Like
That was a good book.
you see what's on his little
What's he got
sweater?
on it? Like a
Apollo.
rocket ship?
It's
A lot.
Apollo.
Okay.
And there's a few other things I saw, but I'm not smart enough to regurgitate it like the documentary did. But yeah, I think it was filmed. I think we did go to the moon, just not that first time. We had to beat Russia.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why if you look at the astronauts when they came back, they were all just destroyed and fucking depressed because they had to just go along with this bullshit story.
My son-in-law says to me, you know, here's what I want to know. How the hell did they take the picture from the moon of the moon landing? Like there's a picture of him jumping off the thing onto the moon. Like who took that picture? And who took the picture of the moon landing blasting off into space? Like
maybe
it's
we
not
left.
like we had video cable, we didn't have internet. Like how'd they
Yeah,
get that snapshot?
a lot of these pictures are kind of perfect. But the moon, man, if you look at some of the facts about the moon, it's crazy. Like the distance that it is from us is 1/10 the distance that we are from the sun. Perfectly. Its orbit is so perfect that we never see the dark side. It's the dust that they brought back from the moon landing, all the metals that they found in that dust, they're all, in the words of the geologist that they were interviewing for this documentary, he said they're all refined metals. They're like perfect if you wanted to create a reflective surface. And if you think about what the moon does for us, life would have never moved from the oceans to land if there wasn't tides coming in and out. Harvest moons, like what it does at night, the fishing, all of that is, and the fact that our moon is like, what is it, a third the size of Earth. So like that ratio, you don't find that anywhere. There's our moon is bigger than most of Jupiter and Saturn's moons.
Yeah. Well, how come we haven't been back there a whole bunch of times?
What do we need to go back for? It's a big reflective rock.
Well, they don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy the numbers. I think it was dragged into our orbit to help geoform this planet a little bit better. I like the whole Planet X Nibiru theory that there's a 10th planet that's got an oblong orbit like Pluto kind of, and it comes in and out of the solar system. And when it goes out of the solar system and it gets real cold, it's kept warm by its molten core because it's just like Earth, but it's almost the size of Jupiter. And their atmosphere supposedly was dying. So when they come back in close to the sun, they'd have to worry about the solar radiation. So what do you do to block solar radiation? Same thing NASA does. You line anything valuable, like our astronauts, you can see in their screen on front of their suit. It's lined with gold. Gold blocks radiation. So what they did was they geoformed Earth, and when they genetically modified lower hominids into humans, it took them a few tries. That's why they had Neanderthal and Homo erectus and stuff like that until they finally came down to Homo sapien. And that's why Homo sapien is obsessed with gold. Why have we been obsessed with gold since the beginning of time? We didn't know that it was good for blocking solar radiation. We didn't know that it was a good conductor. We just knew it was shiny. It could have been any other metal that we be fantasized with, we'd be obsessed with, you know? There's a lot of stuff in that theory that was pretty mind blowing.
It's pretty deep.
Yeah, it gets even deeper. I'm a caveman. I can't regurgitate it like I've seen on the documentary. It's pretty cool. That's what spirit science, or if you watch any of that, they talk about Atlantis and how we, like, Adam and Eve weren't a person; they were races of people. So you had the Evian race, which was a more feminine um, race, and the Adamic race, which was a more masculine race. And the Jews are from Mars, apparently, for real. And it sounds crazy as hell, but like after you watch it and they spit the facts out, it's pretty convenient. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I never understood when I was a kid. I was always like, "Who is this race of white people that everybody hates?" I don't get this because in Louisiana we don't have Jews. I met my first Jewish guy when I was like 21. So I never understood why they were persecuted so much. I still don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
A lot of bullshit. We're not gonna all come together until the aliens do touchdown, and they're like, "Hey, we taking over."
Yeah, you guys fucked it all up.
Like,
We had a plan for you people, and you fucked it all up.
but that's when we all gonna come together and be like, "No, you're not. Not if the human race got anything to say about it."
I don't know. Have you seen what they drive up there in the sky? It's pretty. It's pretty intense.
I don't know if man, I used to be like, if you'd ask me, I'd say there's no doubt in my mind. There's no way we could be the only species in the universe. No way possible. There's got to be aliens, and if they're developed enough to have mastered intergalactic travel, of course they're going to be light years ahead of us when it comes to technology. They might even be fifth dimensional beings. They don't even need a vessel like we do to communicate and interact in life. But I heard I don't remember what he was. He was an astrophysicist, maybe something like that. I heard his breakdown of just how rare life is in the universe, like organic life, and it kind of threw me for a loop. So I don't know where I stand on it now. We could just be an accident, the coolest accident in the whole universe. But no matter what it is, I think we're an accident. I don't think we're that special.
But we certainly don't learn from our mistakes. That's for damn sure.
Well, that's the monkey in us. We still got a lot of animal in us. We don't realize how much our primitive instincts control us every day. There's primitive reasons for everything. I can't think of too many off the top of my head that would be that would benefit my argument, but it is. I'm sure you like the fight or flight thing when you was in Africa.
Yeah. It's just natural.
Mm-hmm.
Instinct.
Yeah, and our instinct
if you think about our subconscious, it's just there to help us program stuff like tying your shoes. You tie your shoes 10 times, you don't have to consciously think about it after that. Your brain is just kind of on autopilot after that.
Yeah,
So how
unless you're
much of our life are we living that's subconscious? A lot of it. And a lot of our subconscious is instinct. Crazy.
kids don't know how to tie shoes now.
My little boy, I was just teaching him yesterday how to tie his shoes. It's crazy.
I gave up tying shoes.
I'm just gonna get him some little bungee
Little
string.
Velcro. Just get some Velcro shit.
Yeah, Velcro. There we go. We don't need to do math. We got iPhones. We don't need to
That's
learn how to
right.
tie your shoes. We got Velcro.
Yep. Don't need to know how to tell time. You got a cell phone.
That's it. What, what do we need to learn time? How to tell time for? We don't speak in Roman numerals anymore. Use sundials and shit.
They don't learn. They don't teach cursive writing because nobody needs to really sign their name to anything. It's all done electronically now.
I have a hard time not writing in cursive. I remember second grade was multiplication and cursive. It was like you're in the big leagues now, bro. You get a locker. You got to learn how to write in cursive. You got to learn your times tables. It was crazy. And in third grade, you get history.
Certain history.
Yeah. What they want us to know. That ended up being my favorite. I love
I
history.
like history. Although I don't like teaching Christopher Columbus history.
What about 9/11? What do y'all teach them kids about that?
We don't.
I heard recently that they started teaching it in schools.
Must be
So
real recent.
I started teaching my son on my own just to get ahead of his teacher. Listen, son, when they give you this book report to do, come to daddy. I'll give you the real facts.
Give
I
you the
went to war
facts.
because of that. I did another deep dive just this past September 11th. Just to double check, make sure I wasn't crazy. All you got to do is follow the money.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
The
It's all
insurance
about the money.
policy taken out on the building, the insider trading, the who benefited from it. Osama bin Laden sure the fuck didn't benefit from it. And why we go to war with Afghanistan? You know, if it was Osama that took the buildings down, he's Saudi Arabian. You know, when we go to war with Afghanistan for, you ask anybody today, what we go to war with Iraq for? What, 9/11? No, they're not. That's not even related. We supposedly went to war with Afghanistan because of 9/11, and we went to war with an entire country to find one terrorist. It just so happened that this entire country was the largest producer of opium and lithium and other natural resources. And it just so happened that the second in charge owned Halliburton, which is just too much.
Yeah. Money trail.
Mm-hmm. They didn't even care to hide it.
It's been like that forever.
Yeah. And where are these people? The day Daddy Bush died and they had the flags at half mast, I was so upset. Like, maybe not the first day. Give him a day. But a fucking week, we're at half mast for the last living patriarch of one of the worst families to ever happen to America. I mean, you can trace the Bush family back to every travesty as far back as slavery. Herbert Walker Bush owned slaves. He was a big reason that they were bringing in slave labor to this country. The assassination of JFK, the 9/11, Vietnam. It's crazy.
What the hell were we doing in Vietnam?
Rubber trees. Rubber was a booming industry at the time, and this was before they synthesized it and could make synthetic rubber. And the Viet Cong just so happened to be communist, so it just kind of played into the whole communism's bad thing, which it is. Communism's horrible, but it just gives them the right to go to war. All you got to do is create a problem that you already got the solution to.
Yeah.
And the bidding of the people can always be won by the leadership. All you do is you make out whoever doesn't want to go to war as, oh, you're not patriotic. You're anti-American. And then, because think about it after 9/11. I mean, I was ready to go over there and kill terrorists. That's what I just knew that's what I was going to do. I was going to fight for our freedom. And that is not at all what we did over there. I saw very few terrorists. I saw a bunch of people whose country had gotten invaded. It was crazy. I had a lot of guilt and like self-loathing from that, because I drank the Kool-Aid. I thought I was really gonna make a difference, and then you get over there and see what America really is to the rest of the world and what we really do, and you just kind of got to wear that badge, you know.
Yep. All right, hold that thought for a second, Caleb. I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Gotti, you missed it. We're talking about 9/11.
Hi, Gotti. Keep Caleb busy for a minute. I got to go pee.
Here she show her feet. Gotti, I gotta show you my new buddy. Come in, Domino. Oh, daddy, fat boy. What? No. I'm a big scary dog. You coming up, Gotti?
Okay, I'm back.
I thought Gotti would come up. He must have brought a friend. There's two people in here.
He wants to know if I showed you my feet.
He's got a real life foot fetish.
I know. That's so funny.
I know. I used to think it was a joke. I would literally make jokes, like pretending to be Gotti, to like my girlfriend at the time, and be like, "Let me see your feet."
And what would you do with them?
I don't know. I don't know where. I don't know. I mean, I know what he does, man. You don't like cute women's feet? I don't like ugly women's feet. Like if she looked like she climbed trees. But
how do you know they're cute feet unless you see them? You can't look at a cute woman and assume that she has cute feet.
I just don't like feet. If I could shower with socks on, I would. I sleep with socks on. I have sex with socks on. I
No, you
always
do
got socks.
not.
Yes, I do.
Oh my God, Caleb, stop it.
Got socks on right now.
Yeah, but you're not having sex, are you?
Nope.
Okay, that's good.
But I'm not joking. If I could shower with socks on, I would.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like feet. I think I got a complex. My little sister used to tell me I had ugly feet when I was a kid. So I never wore like sandals or anything like that. And I just don't like feet. You walk on them. Yeah. It's nasty. Huh. It's nasty feet.
Caleb wants, God, he wants to see your socks now. Oh, the little shorty booty socks.
Yep. Liners. That way I can wear socks all the time. Huh. I'm gonna get Domino some socks.
I will say that I take socks with me every time I travel.
Yeah, extra.
Yeah, because I'm wearing socks no matter what. If I'm at a hotel or if I'm at someplace foreign, I'm definitely wearing socks.
Did you drink the water in Africa?
Yes, I did.
Oh no, that's not good. I heard it's riddled with AIDS.
No, it's not.
Did you see any AIDS while you were out there?
Nope.
Man, that's why
I'm
that
telling
shit.
you, we saw animals, not a whole lot of people.
I wonder if any of the animals got AIDS. Monkeys, the chimps. That's how
I
it
didn't see no
happened.
chimps.
Well, boy said they said the AIDS either got transferred to humans from a guy chopping up chimpanzee meat, or he's like, yeah, that one. Definitely didn't fuck a monkey.
Sure. That's what they all say.
Man, you know, armadillos can carry leprosy.
What, Ken?
Armadillos.
You know, they got leprosy. They got a leprosy problem in Florida now.
The military school that I went to, and it was also the same base that my unit was on. It used to be an old leper colony. There's over 15 miles of hallways on this. It's called the Gillis Long Center. It's a pretty cool place, but they still got lepers there.
That's kind of gross.
Yeah, and they don't run fast at all.
Gotti, someday I will show you my feet. I promise.
It
But it
was
won't be
Fauci,
tonight.
the leper messiah. Where is Fauci? Fuck, where is Hunter Biden? Where is Fauci?
Fauci's at his home resting.
His home in the mountains of Sweden or something like that.
No, he's here around locally. He's local here.
Really?
My mother used to work for Fauci.
That's crazy. The balls on that dude. I wonder if you can get your video pulled from YouTube still from talking about the coup. We'll see tomorrow. I mean, ain't much they can say now, bro. You know,
Nah.
they made a quick buck off of that. What Billy said earlier, more people die from fentanyl overdoses in a year than everybody that died from the COVID-19
Yeah, I heard
debacle
that.
altogether.
I heard him say that.
The Gotti conspiracy. What is the Gotti conspiracy? I still like Double O Gotti the best.
It's all in his mind. That's the conspiracy.
Yeah, that's another thing. We could just be in a matrix. I don't like that one though. the Mandela effect and stuff like that?
I don't think we know what's going on. I think we just think we know.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to know. That's what kills me about all these religious nuts. Like, how do you think? Okay, the energy that created the universe. You think our little peanut ass brain is has the ability to even fathom that? And you got it all written down in this little book. Like, well, what you here for? You're done. You're done. You have finished. You beat the game. You know,
Yeah, where's the rest of the chapters?
it's crazy.
Did he drop that stone and break that one too?
What they hid that the Dead Sea Scrolls. I think the Bible's a badass history reference, but to base your whole life on it and kill because of it and stuff, I don't know. I just can't wrap my head around being able to understand God. You're talking about omnipotence, something that is everywhere, is everything, was everything, was there before time and light and all of that. You can understand that. You can fathom that. Well, I fucking can't. I'm pretty sure.
What about people who claim to be like psychics or mediums, and they come up on you and they tell you shit that they can't possibly know? How do you explain that?
Reverberations, they're dimensions. We know that there are at least 24 dimensions, and I think they bleed through. That's probably what ghosts are probably related to that part of science that we hadn't uncovered yet. It's just like a reverberation in time. Something tragic happened, and it just keeps replaying over and over again. I don't know. I know I'm not a medium. I'm a large. So I can't read minds and tell the future and stuff.
So my sister-in-law and I were sitting down drinking. Okay, we were bougie one night. We were drinking a box of wine. We got into this big, life after death discussion. And she's of the mindset that once you die, you're dead. It's ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It's over. There's nothing else. You go nowhere else. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing else. And I said to her, well, then let's make a pact. So when I die, I'm going to come back and draw a box of wine and a wine glass on your like steamed up bathroom mirror. And if you come back, you have to do the same. If I don't see a box of wine and a glass in my mirror after you die, I'm going to assume that you were correct. So.
Yeah, but that would be cheating. And Mother Nature, you can't cheat Mother Nature like
How
that.
would we cheat Mother Nature?
Because you can't find a way to prove or disprove the afterlife. That just wouldn't. From everything I know about the universe, that just wouldn't be possible. It wouldn't work like that. You know what I
don't
tell
know.
people?
I think it could. I think it could.
You remember what it was like before you were born?
No. Yes.
That's what it's like after you die. Because even if
something really kind of freaky. Here's something freaky. This is what happened to me not too long ago. So a year ago, my dad passed away, and he passed away under some sketchy circumstances. But anyway, he was estranged from me and my family for probably a decade before he died. Anyway,
was he dating Carol Baskin?
Do what?
Was he dating Carol Oh, Baskin.
No. But
You
my
know who
dad was
that is?
deaf. Yeah, I do. But my dad was deaf, so both my parents don't hear. So anyway, a couple of
You're a
days after
cad.
my dad, huh?
You're a cad.
I'm a coda.
Coda. Yeah. Coda. The adults. Yeah. I forgot that last part. Coda.
Yeah, yeah,
Kid of deaf
yeah.
adult.
Uh-huh. Yep,
I had a
that's
buddy
me.
that was a coda. That was
That's a
crazy going spend the night at his house.
yeah, it is kind of different, isn't
Oh
it?
my god, it was crazy. We're playing video games. He's like cursing at the top of his lungs. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, you can say just about anything to your friends and totally freak them out because especially if they had no idea. I used to do that all the time. People would come over to my house and I would just talk random mad shit, and they'd be like, "Oh my god, your parents are right there." I'm like, "I know." But yeah, but anyway, so I found out that my dad passed away, and I was sitting outside of my daughter's house, and I was sitting at a table and chairs, and I was just thinking about him, even though we had some rough. It was rough at the end, and so in my brain, I was thinking, "All right, so Dad, so now you're on the other side, so that's great. Maybe now you can see your kids and your grandkids." And just as I said that, I looked over to the chair that was like next to me, and it shook. It just went. It shook back and forth. Cha-chung. I was like, I knew it was my dad, and I was like, "So, is that you, Dad?" And the chair went cha-ching. Just rock, ba boom. So, so I knew he was there. My daughter. So anyway, I had that little discussion with him, and my daughter came home a couple hours later, and she was getting ready to sit in the chair, and I was like, "No, no, 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 don't sit in that chair." And she looked at me and she says, "Why not?" And I said, "Well, I was having a conversation with my dad, and I hope to be having one tomorrow, so I really kind of don't want that chair to move right now." So she said, "Okay." She looked at me like I was crazy, and she sat down in the other chair next to me. And I told her that, the chair had a little mind of its own earlier today when I was talking to my dad. And she said out loud to me, "Do you think he regrets, such and such?" And before I even had a chance to answer, the chair went boom, boom. It just like shook on its own, boom, boom. And I looked at her and she looked at me and I said, "Well, there's your answer." And she's like, "Yep." Okay, so that happened. So then a couple hours later, I went over to my son's house, who lives about 10 minutes from her. And we were sitting in his living room, him and his wife. And all of a sudden, this little yellow bird comes flying up to the window and just snags onto the screen and just stares into the living room, just staring. And my daughter-in-law, she freaks out and she's like, "What the fuck? Like, I've never seen a bird do that here. This is so weird." And it just stood there. It just, hung there for like 5, maybe 7 minutes. It just hung right there in the window, just watched us, just looked at us and watched us. And I knew what that, to me, that was my dad who doing the same shit. And then, after a while it flew off. But
Yeah, I've experienced stuff like that too, and I feel like I believe the same thing. My mama told me about. I was I wasn't born when my papa died, and he said she used to always leave a roast in the oven a little too long. Well, like a couple weeks after he died, she was cooking a roast and decided to go to my aunt's house. And while she was over at my aunt's house, she remembered, oh no, I got that roast in the oven. And she came back home, and the oven was off, and the roast was cooked perfectly. And she's, I think she said she thought about what it could have been, but it wasn't enough evidence for to think anything suspicious. Then, like that night, she was laying in bed saying her prayers, and she heard his slippers like up the hallway,
Oh wow,
and felt somebody get into bed with her.
that's crazy. But I know that shit happens.
Yeah, and I've like firsthand experienced my son's mom, her mom's dad was a musician, and when I got a guitar for my son, she was like, "You should ask mom if any of grandpa's old, if he's got an amplifier that we could use for the guitar." And I did, and she did, and she got it down from the attic, and we had it back at the house, and I was playing with the guitar and stuff. And when I went run to grab a pizza I had ordered, she said as soon as I'd left with Caden, and it was just her in the room with the amplifier, the lights started doing some funny stuff, and that's the only thing she could think, is that it would be something like that. I totally believe in that, but I don't know how that would work, because even if like Einstein said, energy doesn't dissipate, it only changes form.
Yeah.
So, but our memories are programmed into this clump of fat in our cranium. So if that fat dies with our body cells, then even if we do change form, even if there is an afterlife, we don't remember it. We don't carry on our memories, or we can't, or maybe we do, and I just
Maybe
don't
we
know.
do.
I don't know. There might be something to that reincarnation thing that Hindus are into.
Well, here's the latest crazy shit going on here in that respect. So my ceiling fan, which I have over my bed, is controlled by a remote control. Okay. It has a light on it, which is also controlled by the remote control. And about 8 months ago, the remote control stopped working. Therefore, I couldn't turn my fan on. I couldn't turn my light on. It was dead in the water. It's been that way for the last 8 months. Changed the battery. I know it's not all that, but it's been there for a long time. It's old. So I came home from work a couple of weeks ago. I came home and I came upstairs and went into my room, changed into my comfy clothes, left, went into my office, spent a couple hours in there. And when I came back into my room, the damn ceiling fan's on. I can't turn it off. It's still on. It's been on for weeks because I can't turn it off because the remote doesn't work. So how the fuck did it come on?
I got a couple of electrician buddies that are watching this that are screaming at the top of their lungs, telling us how that's doing that.
Or somebody to tell me how to turn it off.
You just pull some of them wires until it stops.
What wires?
It's in there behind the thing.
Well, I got to get past the spinning blades to do that.
Yeah, it's science.
I think I just got to pull the breaker.
Yep.
But still,
that'll take out the whole room.
I know, but I mean, what else am I supposed to do with that thing? I can't turn it off. But how the hell did it come on? Like, how did that happen?
I don't know. You could chalk up it not working to maybe the remote deprogramming from the fan. I've had security cameras do that. Reprogramming itself back, I don't know.
That remote hasn't worked in almost a year.
You still got it?
Yeah. It don't work where the shit doesn't do anything. It doesn't work the lights. It doesn't work the fan. It doesn't work nothing.
That's the weirdest part of this whole thing to me, is that if the remote don't work for up to a year, how you hadn't lost it or threw it away?
Because it's on the wall.
I just got one of those little.
A little little thing on the
Mhm.
wall pops in.
That's fancy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a problem. I called the company and I'm like, is there like a kill switch under my, under the light dome or something, like anywhere that I can turn the thing off? She's like, well, what's the model number? And I'm like, I don't know. Where do you find that? On the base. I'm like, well, the fucking blades are spinning. I can't get close enough to see any model numbers. She's like, well, it's on the box. I'm like, yeah, okay, the box has been gone for decades, my friend.
Get you a broom and put it up there.
Yeah, give me a baseball bat. Fuck a broom.
Slow it, well, and then you fuck something up. But a broom, you can chew and slow it down. I've installed a few of those. They're confusing. They got a lot of fun, especially the ones with the remotes, because all of those things that it controls, it's got like radio emitters for every little feature on it. They're confusing as hell. There's a lot of wires in there.
Yeah, it's got one to switch the blades going the opposite direction, spinning
Mm-hmm.
for the lights, for the 3 different speeds, for the dimness of the lights because the lights would dim. Yeah, it did a lot.
It's magic.
Did. Keyword in that sentence.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't expect to see an afterlife.
Yeah, me neither, honestly.
Karma, though, I have seen with my own 2 eyes. I've seen it. Karma is about as real as it gets. That is just science to me now. You put out good energy, you receive good energy. You
Yeah.
live like shit, you get bad luck.
When you put it out in the universe, you start it up.
Is it or one manifest it?
Mm-hmm.
Got to be inclusive these days.
Be politically correct.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, last time we talked, it was the height of all of that shit. Well, barefoot blue jean height it was.
Yeah, that was kind of random.
How'd that fucking how'd that hold up? Pronouns and shit. Get it, Domino, get it. You gonna let that fly just punk you? This
How
damn
many
worm.
dogs you got now?
Just this one.
Oh, okay. Where's the mama?
Um, I was just fostering her while she was pregnant with the litter, and I found her a badass home on a farm out in a nice area of Houston. And when she had the litter, I brought her out to the farm once I could wean them off of her, and then I just took care of them. And we were gonna just get rid of all of them, but he was he stood out in the litter like like a sore thumb. He was picking a litter. He was bigger than all of them. He's much smarter, and I couldn't pass him up, so I took him. He's gonna be
What's
the
the name?
patriarch of the bloodline now.
Where'd you get the name Domino? You have a Domino pizza box hanging out? Look at the big boy. Oh. Oh,
When
that's
they were,
cute.
when they were puppies, I had to figure out little nicknames to keep up with which one was which.
Yeah.
I didn't have to with him because he was the biggest one by a huge margin, but he just had them 2 spots, so I started calling him Domino. And they had another one that had he was called White Heart. He had a big white heart. They had a black heart because his was blue, and then they had fawns. They were either blue or buckskin, like fawn color. So
Uh-huh. Those are pretty too. My son had one that was black and white. My daughter had one that was brown and white.
American Bully.
Pit bulls, both of
Yeah.
them.
They tried to. I guess they tried to. What they what they call it when they rebrand to
Yeah,
try to
the
get some of them.
Staffordshire or some shit.
Yeah, well, there's 3 pit bull breeds. There's the Staffordshire Pit, the American Pit Bull Terrier, and one more. But the American Bullies come off of the Razor's Edge bloodline of the American Pit Bull Terrier. And all they did was mix a little bit of English Bulldog in there with them to make them shorter and more stout and wide. But he,
Yeah, I don't like the bulldog mix.
yeah, that's why I like him because he looks like he's taller and looks like
Yeah,
American Pit Bull Terrier.
they're good dogs.
He takes after his grandpa,
They're loyal dogs.
but he's a lazy dog.
One time my daughter was at home and somebody came walking in the front door and
Literally.
her dog bit him in the stomach. Like he didn't even ask questions. He was like, "Oh, you're walking in? Boom."
The baddest pit bull I've ever known, like where I'm from, when I was a kid, they still fought pit bulls. It was still a pretty big thing. And the baddest fucking pit bull known around the area, his name was Playboy, and Playboy had puppies, and somebody tried to sneak onto my boy's property and steal some of the puppies, and Playboy locked up on him. And my boy comes outside and he goes, "Playboy, don't let that motherfucker go till the cops get here." And called the cops. And Playboy held him there until the cops got there. And then he told him, "Let him go." And he let him go and they arrested him.
Huh.
His chew toy was a spare tire. Playboy was a machine.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either.
I'm not a fan at all of
But
dog
rooster?
fights.
You fight fucking roosters all day. Kill them
Cockfighting.
all. Yes. Let them, give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other.
Cockfights were
Okay.
big in Florida when I used to go down there.
They're big out here. They were big in Louisiana. And that, for some reason, that don't, I don't think I could.
Louisiana's just lawless
Yes.
for the
Well,
most part. The further south you go, the less law there is. Let's face it.
yeah. I grew up in Louisiana. I thought I knew what liberty was until I moved out here and experienced true liberty on a lot of things. Like in Texas, you could drive a fucking tank to work if you want. But if you got a joint in that tank, they're gonna seize your tank and put you in jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. It don't make sense.
It's crazy. Meanwhile, all the states around you are making money hand over fist in tax revenue, and
Right.
citizens are happy because most of them are
Right.
stoned, and everybody's cool with it. So, yeah, hello.
Addiction is lower. Fucking drunk driving is lower. Like casinos and weed. This is money we're missing out on, Texas. We need to pull it together.
Yeah.
Like I literally, when I wake up in the morning, I put my shit in my pockets, I put my belt on, and I put my pistol in my waistband. As soon as from the time I wake up to the time I get home and hang it on the magnet where it's at, I can walk around with my pistol anywhere. but I can't have a joint in my own home, personal use. I'm not
I
talking
know,
about
right?
selling pounds.
I know.
It's crazy.
I know. It is crazy. It's very crazy. Especially considering all the tax revenue you can get from it. That's what makes it even crazier. Those money grubbing bastards. I'm surprised they haven't tapped into the money.
When I went to, well, they're still making money from it being illegal. The green team, 98% of the DEA's funding goes towards the green team. That leaves 2% for crack, opiates, fucking you name it, everything else, heroin, PCP, all of that. 98%. So
That's ridiculous.
they're making money somewhere. But when I went to Colorado, it was like 2016, I think. uh, weed had been legal there for 4 years. 60 billion is what Colorado alone. I know I'm cutting in and out,
You are cutting
but
in and out.
in 4 years, Colorado had paid $60 billion in taxes. That's crazy.
When they first started selling weed, the state made so much money in tax revenue that they had to legally refund it back to the people because they made too much money.
Hell yeah.
So it wasn't a whole lot of money that they were refunding back, but they said they eventually said, listen, we can cut you a check for $5 or or you can throw it in this, you can donate it to this pot and we'll just put it into like making parks and shit for the state. And everybody was like, yeah, that's fine,
Nope.
take it.
Fuck you, pay me. Nope. I want my $5. I'm not giving
Because
it.
everybody at that point, everybody was high and they were like, sure, keep my $5.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of money in it. So come on,
No, I
Texas.
just don't
What the
trust
hell?
another human.
What are
I'm
they
as
afraid of?
libertarian
What
as
are they
they
afraid
come.
of? What are they afraid of?
It's just
Is
we're
it
waiting
a
on the
hard
last few
drug?
dinosaurs. Yeah, we're waiting on the last few dinosaurs that believe that bullshit that Nixon fucking set up, that it kills brain cells and shit like that. But it's crazy. I believe income tax is theft. You didn't work none of my hours, you shouldn't get any of my check.
And it
But
wasn't meant to be forever either when they first dreamt it up.
if you want to tax alcohol through the fucking roof, double. Tax weed, legalize it, and tax it through the fucking roof. Do it. I'm still gonna buy it. I don't mind paying it. I don't mind
Yeah.
paying the taxes on it, and I think that's a more appropriate source of revenue than writing fucking traffic tickets and stealing people's income. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I agree.
That's why I don't pay my taxes. You hear that, IRS? I don't pay my taxes.
So here in this state, we just went legal. Well, we were legal for medical for a couple years, but this year we went legal for recreational. But if you're buying it medically, you pay this amount of money. But if you're buying it recreationally, you're going to pay this much amount of money because they're going to add taxes, additional taxes to it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I
Yeah,
mean,
most people are.
I'm sure the medical is a little bit higher grade too.
It is.
Yeah, they just recently got medical laws in Louisiana, and I've been talking shit to my pops for years. See, he's got back problems. He's got a morphine pump in his belly that feeds a constant drip to his spine where he's got the back problems. And he used to not only have that, but they'd give him a fucking horse bottle full of pills or Lortabs or Percocets or whatever to eat. And I've been preaching to him about like trying to get off of it and get onto more reasonable forms of pain management. And he finally got a prescription, and he's on a tincture. I asked my
That's,
mom, I said, what's the negative side effect? She's like, no negative side effects. He sleeps more. So
well, they're having tell him
that's
to get a
awesome.
weed card.
They have it out here too. My cousin
Can you get a weed
moved out
card? And
here just recently.
can you get medical marijuana in Texas?
Yeah, but
You-
the thing that myself and some other people around here are worried about is like there's certain places in the Houston area, like Harris County is the majority of Houston, but Montgomery County is just a little bit north, and that's the place where you don't fuck around with the fuck around. That's where the cops are either just extremely bored or extremely efficient. Like, so I'd be worried about like getting pulled over in Montgomery with green. Even if I had a prescription, I'd still hide it in my ass. I'm not taking no chances. I made it 34 years without getting caught doing criminal shit, and so
yeah,
now I'm like extra paranoid. But it don't make no sense. It's not like it doesn't kill people like alcohol and tobacco, and
I know it's
those
crazy, isn't
are,
it?
those are they have government subsidies that help pay for that shit.
The
How is that?
government gives out weed to patients. You know that, right?
Yeah. How if there's if it's a Schedule One and there are zero medical benefits, why is there medical marijuana? It the whole thing don't make sense. You know the
Makes zero
reason
sense.
we became illegal, right? It wasn't weed. It wasn't cannabis that became illegal. It was hemp. It was
Yeah,
the first marijuana arrest was a hemp farmer because what happened is DuPont came out with polyester and hemp was gonna impede their development on that, and it was just gonna knock it off of the market because hemp is just all around better. And to grow hemp, you needed stamps, and they stopped giving out stamps. Well, these hemp farmers, that's their livelihood. They kept growing hemp and started getting arrested for it. And then they started the whole reefer madness, and like uh, these colored folk in their jazz clubs smoking reefer and raping white women, and then Nixon with the Schaefer report, they took a bunch of rhesus monkeys, put gas masks on them into these gas of suffocation. They did the autopsies, and they had they dead brain cells. Well, of course, you were fucking smothering them. They weren't getting to breathe. Of course, that's going to kill their brain cells.
yeah. It was ridiculous.
But if they wrote that shit out,
I mean, what's even more ridiculous is to have weed in the same drug
the
class
death,
as
weed and
heroin and
mushrooms
cocaine.
should not only be legal. Well, to me, heroin's different. It's bad, okay? Don't do heroin. But heroin also comes from a plant. You got weed in the same, and I mean even meth. There are medical forms of meth. All of these people taking Adderall, like it's not just fucking pressed meth. Like it's not like just because you get it from your doctor and it's the same shape and it's got a little 30 on it. Like that's not meth. That's an Adderall addict is the worst fucking addict there is because they'll look down on a drug doer like like they're bad people. They're fucking stain on society when you just have a justified way of doing speed. You know, the Nazis got the recipe for methamphetamines from the Japanese who were giving it to their kamikaze pilots, and they developed it into what we know today. That's why the Blitzkrieg was the Blitzkrieg. That's why they stormed across Europe so fast. All the key leadership were doing speed. They would get injections, and he would get injections 5-6 times a day of meth, benzodiazepines, barbiturates, anything you wanted, anything you needed,
Like Elvis.
like Elvis. I mean, when you got power, I saw this T-shirt one time. It said, "What about all the good things Hitler did?" And I guess dudes, but what
Wait, what
that
did the
made me
T-shirt say?
think of is it said, "What about all the good things Hitler did?"
Oh, jeez.
Did kill a lot of Jews, Um, that's the joke, but in reality, synthetic testosterone and methamphetamines speed was developed by Nazi scientists. So steroids, anything in that category, even down to like steroids that have medical uses, we wouldn't have without. I mean, there's a lot of science we wouldn't have without the Nazi scientists doing crazy experiments on the Jews and stuff like that. But everything in small amounts. That's what I always say.
In moderation.
Everything in moderation. You know, I mean, what is it's an upgraded caffeine. What is cocaine? Coca comes from it's all in the same family as caffeine and chocolate.
I
Cocaine.
know. I do love me some chocolate.
Yeah. I mean, that's I went to rehab once, and one day meltdown, this beef that had been building up with the way they were running things, and I stood on my soapbox and fucking preached to him. I was like, "Yo, preach! A drug is a drug is a drug is a drug to us all day long. Yet cigarette breaks a day. Like, where you draw the line? A drug is a drug is a drug, right? Well, you know, where do you draw the line? We can have caffeine? That's okay. That's a good drug. We
Yeah.
can have cigarettes. That's okay. That's a good drug. Nicotine is a good. No, like if it's a
And go
rehab
drink on your
facility,
days
we should
off.
be rehabbing completely clean. We should be getting rid of everything, all these GMO. Yeah, I don't drink. I don't drink unless it's Sundays, unless I'm going to church. I don't have any crack cocaine anymore. You ever seen that video of old boy? He's like, I will partake in a little crack cocaine if it's a holiday or if it's like old black and white film or this crackhead crack itself with it to boost the DEA's funding, basically. They can find a way. and the CIA, they've been funding their black fund or whatever, their black budget with cocaine, the cocaine cowboys. We got proof of that.
Yeah.
That plane went down because it was too. You don't care. Just let me preach.
All right, Caleb, we'll listen to
That's
some
his
getting ready
number
to come
one
up
job.
here.
Just sit there and listen to me preach. Oh shit, I'm gonna need to get some rest. Got it. I wonder if he probably fell asleep. I can't believe EQ.
I know, he's a no-show. He's a ghost.
You know what? I got a new phone and I got a strange number that texted me the other day and asked if I would have time to talk to him. I bet that was EQ
I'm sure it was.
because I hadn't had his number.
Was it all in caps?
Probably. Well, it's been fun. 4
All right,
hours.
Caleb, well, thanks for the chat. Always a good time.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
always go like several hours. It's kind of crazy. But this is
Iron
definitely not going to
Iron.
be a snow day.
Yeah. You got school?
No, it's Sunday.
No. Yeah, it's Sunday.
So it's good. Sleep in, relax the rest of the day. It'll all be good.
Oh, I got pumpkins to carve. And I'm
Do
going
you
to
do
win.
football? Are you a football watcher?
I used to watch the Saints, but then the kneeling shit and Breeze retired, so I just kind of faded out of it. I'm a fight fan. I watch fight sports. Boxing and MMA has been too much going on for me to care about any other sport. I don't like team sports.
It is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much gave up watching football.
Yeah, the kneeling shit. Not for the reasons people would think. It's just kind of like, what's your beef with the flag, bro? You know, that flag means a lot to me. Why you gotta, ain't got shit to do with the police.
But I do like a good hockey game.
Yeah. We talked about that. I got stuck watching hockey fights for like 2 or 3 hours.
Those are good too.
Those are good videos. But
all right, my friend. Well, I will see you on the next live, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. You see, does it pop up? Because you swoop in every time I go live, like it pops up on your feed or something, or you notify them?
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's very weird.
Word. Yeah, they shadow ban me because I be speaking truth. Spirit
But
sign.
usually I'll just check and see who's live, so I can like scroll right through it, and I'll just know if you are, if you're not. Sometimes you're on really late, like now.
Yeah, most of the time if I do go live, it's late.
Yeah. So sometimes I wake up in the morning, I'm like, damn, he was live, and I missed it. So I was sleeping. Which is what I'm going to be doing in about 5 minutes.
All right, Connie, it was good talking to you.
Good talking to you. Take care, Caleb. I'll see you on the flip side.
All right.
All right. Night.
Night. Later.